You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Podcast Network. Find all of our shows at wearelibertarians.com. You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Learn more at wearelibertarians.com.
Push the button.
Hurry, before they know.
The record button. Are we live on the air? Did you push the buttons? I don't know. We need a mirror over there.
We are
There's so much
live.
happening.
The sign is live.
All right. Welcome to the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast on the We Are Libertarians Network. This is episode number 107 of East Central Indiana's favorite podcast. I'm Jeremiah Morrell. Today I'm joined by co-host Mr. Dakota Davis and my wife, my bride, the lovely Sara Morrell.
Today's episode features fan favorite Mark Brim.
Fan favorite. Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful.
The
Do people even know who I am?
The rating show.
Ratings show. This will be the ratings show. I'm going to drop an F-bomb at some point tonight.
See if you can find it.
Our Patreon show went so long that it's almost after the imposed time anyway.
We're going to be talking to Mark Brim about Dreamsicle ice cream cones, not gay chase and bacon, some Statehouse bills that we've been watching, what's been going on with those since the last time we talked about them, the 2020 presidential primary for the United States of America, and then we have some breaking news you might have seen on our Facebook page. Make sure you stick around to the end to hear what the news is.
This show is about our lives in rural Indiana. As always, we promise episodes are going to be a fun and an easy listen. Standing off camera, by the way, we have a beautiful new, if you're watching the live feed, a beautiful new live on the air sign brought to us by Betsy Mills. Standing off camera and now walking on is my beautiful bride, the lovely Sara Morrell, and she is holding in her hands and passing them out orange Dreamsicle ice cream, and we ran long in the previous segment, so those are supposed to come on mid-segment. Nobody knew they were coming but me and Sara, but there's a reason for them, and we're going to talk to Mark about that right now.
Wow.
Explaining.
Amazing. Explain
what
it.
in the world. Why? We'll just, a little taste. We'll get into it in a minute, but why do we all have ice cream sitting in front of us?
Because Dairy Queen just launched a Dreamsicle dipped ice cream cone.
And you are an ambassador for the Dairy Queen Corporation.
I tried one, and it was a life-changing moment. This is the best thing I think ever. I mean, really.
I agree.
I mean, it's Dreamsicle dip. So I tried this. I made a video about it. I reviewed it. It was amazing. And so then my wife's like, okay, I'll try one. And she tried one and said, it tastes like orange chemicals. But I think this is amazing. Like I've said, you know, I when I ate this, my life flashed before my eyes. I thought of those special moments in my life, having children, getting married, things like that. I'd trade it all for more Dreamsicle dipped ice cream cones. It's the best thing. Yeah.
So these are a candy encrusted ice cream.
Yeah. I
broke the candy crust.
This is your first one?
It's the first one I've ever had.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are that the candy was holding in the liquid. It happens very fast at this point.
Mine had a little thing on the top, and I didn't go at it like a bear like you did. So now I can use that as a little straw.
Oh, there you go. There you go. It's all about technique.
Went out like a bull in a china shop.
I was actually doing research. I bought one of these yesterday.
Guffey's been eating them constantly for 3 days.
I bought them yesterday. I bought one today.
Mm-hmm.
This is my third one. They're delicious.
Is this life-changing for you?
It is.
Yeah.
If I had a girlfriend,
so it's
I
like
would leave her for this.
If you so take you know the old orange flavored the orange flavored chocolate slices that like your grandma used to get you for Christmas and stuff.
Crack them open.
Take that flavor, but put it in white chocolate.
Yeah.
And then put it over an ice cream cone. That's what this is.
Or have you ever had the Cream Savers Dreamsicle flavored hard candies?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's what that reminds me.
A little bit of that.
This is like a frozen one of those.
Well, I've had all I can possibly do.
Really? So you're not a fan?
I don't eat that sort of thing.
You don't eat ice cream?
I don't eat
What's
sugar.
wrong with you? You don't eat sugar.
I don't really
Why?
eat sugar. Because
Just eat that sugar.
I used to be so much bigger, and I'm big enough as it is. So I just, I feel life changes, and I don't eat sugar.
I'm proud you have self-discipline. I don't have it all. Try.
Well, he
You
makes
got
exceptions
some.
for Beverly.
I did try Beverly.
We did
In
try
Atlanta.
Beverly.
And if you guys don't know what the hell that means, you need to join the Patreon. We do want to thank the Patreon folks, Chris Bilbrey, Brant Spicer, Christy Avery, Craig DaCosta, and the incredible and friend of the show, John Phillips.
Yeah, John Phillips is absolutely the man. If you ever need anything automotive, reach out to him. Sorry, I've got.
You're eating Dreamsicle.
I did
So-
bring napkins.
So what happened was I was looking for spark plugs for my 16 Chevy Cruze.
What the hell is that?
It's crazy.
There's
And-
There's a
Hold on.
star on the screen.
There's a white and blue asterisk on on our live
It's
stream.
only on your
on my computer.
On your computer. It's not on the rest of it. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, sorry. Continue with your story, Chris.
okay,
Shiny object for Dakota.
called all 3 auto parts stores in Newcastle. Couldn't get them. O'Reilly's tried to get them. They got the wrong ones. Went to Sam Pierce, a Chevy dealer. They ordered the wrong ones. Couldn't get the right ones. I hook up, I like slide in John's DMs. I'm like, John, I need some spark plugs. 10 minutes later, he's like, I got them. I'm like, oh my goodness. So he's like, I'll drop them off for you. And then the most roundabout drug deal you will ever hear about happened. I dropped the money off in a container.
In a receptacle?
Yes.
In
And then
a downtown Newcastle receptacle?
Yes, he drives by, drops the spark plugs off, takes the money, and then leaves. And
You've
then I
still
picked
never
the-
met John.
And I've still never met John.
All right. Well, that's fun. So those guys, they support us. That's what pays the bills. Lets us let incredible project happen. We appreciate everybody that contributes, even if you join us for a month or two and have to go away. We do appreciate the time you're able to join and be with us. So
If you don't want to join the Patreon, then there's other ways that you can support us. We have the Amazon wish list that's going right now. On there, you're going to find some camcorders, capture cards. There's some really expensive microphones I really don't expect anybody to buy, but they're on there because they're awesome. But if you don't want to support the show monthly, but you want to help contribute something, just like the wonderful Betsy Mills did with the live on air sign, then you can hop over there. Or we have a GoFundMe going right now so that we can upgrade all of our camera equipment. We really want to get this done before candidates start coming in again, so that way everyone will be able to see the candidate straight on as they're looking into the camera to tell you what they're talking about. And they will also have like a graphic that says their name, like Chris Guffey,
Oh, nice.
City Council, Ward, whatever.
Lower thirds, we call that in the business.
In the business.
when
And
you say the business, you do mean the industry.
if you don't want to do any of that,
Yes.
we have another avenue that you can help support the show. This is these are our T-chip stores that are online. Yes, we're selling
Wait,
merchandise.
Sarah, don't run
now.
away. We don't know if Mark doesn't want sloppy seconds. He said they're good no matter what. Do you eat the back end of an ice cream cone?
And it's not because I'm it's not because I'm a germaphobe, but I have eaten. I better not, just because my sugar intake has been a lot today. But thank you, though. It's very nice. Good way to start things.
We have had a few shirts sell. We've had you can go to tchip.com/BHOL1, BHOL2, BHOL3. There's 2 different styles of t-shirts there, and then and some long sleeve shirts.
There's a hoodie.
The hoodie on BHOL3 is my favorite.
Libby
Sarah's
Potter
mom
has one.
got
I
it.
saw it in person, in the flesh.
It looked great.
It's a beautiful hoodie.
Very
They're
comfortable.
Very heavy. It looks like it's a great camping hoodie.
Good
It
quality.
does, yeah. that's
Vanity
good.
plates? Do you have vanity plates yet?
We don't have vanity plates. I don't know that.
Get to them.
Well, see, it says T-chip, but unless they can start making vanity plates out of their T-shirt scraps.
Maybe we'll get a non-for-profit status. Be a 501c3. We're a
this
break-even
point-
business.
So if you don't want to do the Patreon or purchase things or do the wish list or anything, then really just go to hell.
Yeah, basically. If you're a freeloader, we know.
Yeah.
No, honestly, you guys support the show by listening and sharing and helping us drive reach, and that allows us to bring sponsors on from time to time. We're not always a sponsored show, but sometimes that reach and you guys participating that makes that happen too. So no matter how you support the show, we do appreciate it.
We're looking at you, Dairy Queen.
Who?
Dairy Queen.
Oh, Derek
Yeah,
Queen.
Derek Queen.
I thought you said Derek Lee.
Derek
Who's
Lee.
Derek Lee.
We know Darren Jacobs.
We know an Eric Lee.
We know Eric Lee. Yeah.
So
We know Brant Lee.
talking about our business and supporting our business and everyone doing an awesome job of sharing the show, turns out President Trump has started listening to the podcast.
He's been listening to some things.
Yep.
Obviously,
Just changed colors. The asterisk on the screen did.
I don't know what.
I don't know what
It's
that-
only a you thing.
What's that mean?
Everything looks good on the live feed.
I don't know.
It's all good.
Shiny objects are distracting Dakota. He's watching the Facebook Live on
Yeah.
his laptop.
Sorry. President Trump has been listening to the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast.
Yeah.
And with all the windmill talk, he heard us talking about it, and he came out and told the media that the wind causes cancer from wind turbines. Isn't that what he said?
Yes.
Okay, so the news stories take it and run with it, but in the president's defense, he did say it in a very joking and sarcastic manner. He really did. He's like, in the wind, those things, they cause cancer. Like he said it just like that, like how we would say it on the show. So
Well,
maybe he
if
has
he wants
been
to come on the
listening.
program and explain himself, he's very welcome to.
It's hard to tell a
Formal
joke, though,
invitation.
if you are kind of a walking mockery of yourself. You can't really make a joke work.
It's
Tell that to Barron, buddy.
Baron.
Yeah, his son. He thinks his dad's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't crush your little boy's dreams like
I thought
that.
you were
That's
talking
true.
about Barron Hill, the former Indiana congressman. You need to use last names around here, buddy. Some of us remember things that just, where our boot loop is broke.
Some of us are old, is what you're trying to say.
Barron Hill was running for Senate until Evan Bayh decided he wanted the job again. It could have been Senator Hill instead of Senator Todd Young. Hey, Todd. What are you pointing at now? I don't know what that is about, dude. I have no idea.
Everything's
it's not
working
on my.
just fine.
It's not on
Don't
my
worry
deal.
about it. Just
don't know.
talk.
We've just got. It's like the fourth different color that's been on his screen.
It's a shame it doesn't cycle the lights.
If you are watching the live stream and you're experiencing stars in the corner on top of Mark Brim, please explain what the hell they're about. I think Dakota and I are on acid, but I can't prove it. But something.
What is in this
definitely
ice cream
happening.
cone?
Something
Dairy
is
Queen?
definitely-
That's why I love it.
It's the dreamsicle effect. Everybody.
Derek Lee. All right. So
right.
it turns out that President Trump also hates not gay Chase. And
Really?
That's why he's making him work 3 jobs.
that's the real reason we had to fire him.
So he has been fired. He's no more.
He's on
Suspended.
leave. Administrative leave.
Just
Never mind. I'm not going to say that. All right. So moving on to talking about Mark Brim, who's in the hot seat tonight.
Yeah.
We already talked about you being a dreamsicle connoisseur. But
It's
your-
amazing.
Your Facebook, you're
Yeah.
great. You're a great follow on Facebook because you.
It's a mandatory follow right now. If you guys are,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're listening to this show, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Boss Hog of Liberty, and go click on Mark Brim. He's tagged multiple times.
Now, do
and
you-
add Mark as a friend.
Do you
Yeah.
dabble?
And subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel. I have 15 subscribers, so look out.
Whoa.
I'd like to have like 18.
you need to hit 100 so that it can be youtube.com/Mark
Oh, yeah.
Brim.
And you hit 1,000, right? Then you can
start
yeah,
monetizing.
start monetizing. So
We're
There
at
you go.
134, I think.
getting there.
Anyway,
Yeah.
You're also a bacon hater, right?
I love bacon.
I saw.
I love bacon. I just think people talk about bacon too much. I think there's been some bacon marketing that's kind of infiltrated the base where they've gone in, from the ground up and have people talking about how cool bacon is. I mean, there's a lot of delicious breakfast meats.
Well, I'm part Jewish,
Yeah.
so my ancestors couldn't eat bacon. Therefore, I have to make up for that.
I see. Mm-hmm. But you talk about it a lot.
How
There's this idea of people, bacon's so good. Bacon. I mean, bacon is a thing.
it's good.
Yeah, it's okay.
How do you like your bacon cooked? Are you a crispy guy,
Ooh.
chewy, wiggly?
I used to like it wiggly.
I like mine
I
wiggly.
used to like to bite in and just feel that grease oozing.
I like
down
mine
my
like
gums.
like medium rare.
I like it kind of crunchy now. I like a little crunch.
Al dente.
Yeah. And I bake it in the oven.
I like there to not be a lot of color difference between the muscle and the fat.
I got
That's
you.
my preferred
Yeah.
cooked
So
method.
I like
We have-
mine in the trash.
we have a
You
lot
don't
of,
like bacon?
What?
No.
we have a lot of
I
bacon
hate
issues in the
bacon.
Morrell house.
Hate bacon.
Yeah.
What do you hate about bacon?
Taste, texture, smell, all of it.
You like
What about-
sausage though?
Oh my.
I'm iffy on sausage.
What about turkey bacon?
I've never had turkey bacon.
It's good. I like it.
What about venison bacon?
I've never had
Oh, that's
Venison
good.
bacon is where it's at.
Yeah,
Although
that's
you
good.
do,
Cade,
Yeah.
venison bacon.
you don't even really have to cook that because it's such a clean meat, right? You could literally just sear it on the sides, or not even cook it at all. You could eat it raw.
If I remember Arrested Development properly, they talk about bangers and mash, and then in England it's a banger in the mouth, but
Yeah.
here in the United States it's a big sausage in the mouth. I think, if I remember right.
What does that have to do with bacon?
Breakfast meats. I thought we were doing breakfast meats.
Oh,
for
breakfast
thousands.
meats.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I
okay.
didn't
We were
know
just
where
talking
you,
about-
where you were going.
We were
there.
talking about two things:
Yeah.
Derek Lee and
Yeah.
bacon.
Bacon.
So you
Right.
also love common yard weeds, even though they're really ugly.
I live in a little neighborhood, and the True Green truck comes through, and people get their yards sprayed. And why?
You live in a very expensive neighborhood. If people have True Green, my God, man, you act like you're poor, but you have people in your neighborhood that
There are people
treat their lawns?
treat
You
their
can
lawns.
afford to
And
have
buy
someone
in
Have you
else
seen the
treat
picture of the
their
cabin
people-
he built?
have
Yeah, have
people
you seen my
already.
cabin?
Oh, I am. Listen, the whole town's jealous of your cabin.
It's beautiful.
But I mean, have you already been cutting your grass? Or are people,
not
you
yet.
guys fertilize your grass? It's got to be like 3 feet tall.
But see, I don't do anything, and I just have a dull reel mower that I use. But there are people who really manicure.
A
their
real mower, isn't? It's not fictitious. It's a real mower.
and it's REAL, and it's REEL,
I'm sorry. Do that again.
that kind of thing. I guess all
That was
lawnmowers
like an
can do that.
ASMR.
It was.
sound.
However you would, I make the mower go with my body. So
No fuel needed.
motion.
no fuel needed
With the motion
All
of the
my
ocean.
with the
It's
motion.
really fueled by bacon.
Yeah, it is fueled by bacon and dreamsicle cones. But so I just don't understand why people spray dandelions. Leave them alone. The honeybees or some shit need them. I don't know. There's some meme I saw.
So it's April,
Yeah.
and of course, a tradition unlike any other. You have announced that you're coming back to Kicks 96 to spin the hits with David Ball.
Yes, David Ball. Might be a little dust on the bottle. Wait,
Guffey.
that's David Lee Murphy.
Guffey, do you have the David Ball songs we discussed queued up?
I do not.
He doesn't.
Sammy Kershaw. Got some Sammy Kershaw.
Well, we're gonna.
God, Guffey.
God,
Jeez.
you had one job.
Worst producer ever.
I need you to have this queued up because
producer ever.
Kicks 96 producer
Yeah. Pull that up.
Kicks 96
Pull that up, young Guffey.
radio VJ.
Which one?
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Dust on the bottle.
Mark Brim is going to hit the post.
Oh, okay. Are we doing dust on the bottle?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm going to hit the post. I haven't done this in 16 years. I don't know if I can do this.
Now, here's the question, Dakota. Now, if I just play it, well, hold on. Let me.
It's probably going to be an ad. 98% chance there's going to be an ad to start.
We'll do this.
So while he's vamping, you really were a radio DJ.
I kind of still am. I work part-time at a radio station, but just not Kicks. I worked at Kicks 96 like it was 16, 18 years ago or something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
And you used to do
Years ago.
90s country music.
We played like the big whatever, but
Whatever was going on at the time.
I had a request show, and so I did a lot of 90s country. I just kind of did what I wanted to do a lot of times. 'Cause it was
Shocking.
evening radio, and 90s. I love bad 90s country, novelty songs,
The
Joe
Mavericks.
Diffie, yeah.
Yeah.
If the devil danced in empty pockets.
He'd have a ball in mind.
Yeah.
So are we talking favorite Joe Diffie song, Third Rock from the Sun, or
Any of them.
or
Any of them.
really just any?
Oh yeah, but especially if the devil. What's the one? Bill. The one where the. I don't know.
Billy Bob Love Charlene.
Bigger than the Beatles.
Bigger than the
Bigger
Beatles.
than the
Oh,
Beatles. Yeah.
You know the Bigger Than the Beatles, Sarah?
No.
That's a great song.
That's
Guffey,
one
you
I
got a
don't
lot of
know.
work ahead
That's
of you.
a great
We got to
song.
spin some
I
hits.
see. Now, my question,
Yeah.
Dakota, this is for you. Now, if I
I
just,
know what you're going to ask. I don't know. I don't know what the board looks like. You're the producer.
I think it'll
You
be
got to
okay.
figure this out.
Just click it and see.
And when I worked in radio,
I wrote a 5-page guide for you to know everything I know.
you had to do this by head. By playing a CD or then even on the computer. Now
It's
they
track
give you
6.
they give you a countdown now. The intro, the post countdown they give you on these programs now. So the
it wasn't
DJs
all
you hear
digital.
now,
You were actually working CDs.
I started CDs and cart tapes, and then it was digital. But Now it's digital to the max. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a countdown thing for the beginning of the song and all that stuff.
Old man yells at the radio station.
This is a
these days with their
blinking.
countdowns.
This is everything that's automated. It goes like this. You gotta move your hand like that.
Play it or not.
Go ahead, just try it,
So
Chris.
scared.
You try it.
I'm so, like, yeah, it's playing.
Is it turned
Make
up?
sure that your
I don't hear a song.
computer volume's up.
My volume is all the way up.
Here, it's trying.
It's trying.
Push it.
It's just playing through your. It's just playing through
It's
the
not
computer
plugged
speakers.
in. That's probably what you unplugged earlier. Or the USB. You need to plug the USB back into the laptop. Is what you need.
No,
to
it's
do.
not even plugged into the soundboard. Okay, we're just screwed.
So much for that.
So
Moving on.
while he's doing
Boss
that,
Hog
no.
of Liberty is looking for a new producer. If anybody,
so while he's
they
doing
will
that,
train you.
Cade was supposed to be here, right?
Cade
So since he's
was.
not here, can I shit on him?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
He has
Of
a
course.
neck tattoo. What kind of farmer has a neck tattoo? Come on, Cade.
A fake farmer. That's who.
A porn star farmer. Now, I've never seen this pornography before, but what happens is, like, let's say a woman goes to the doctor, and then a guy walks in, and then all of a sudden you see the neck tattoo. You're like, he's getting ready to, take his clothes off, and so the guy's like, "Hi, I'm your doctor. It's time for you to take your clothes off." I'm like, he's got a neck tattoo. You should know he's getting ready to do something here. And so that's the first thing I thought. I thought it was fake at first.
He's a fake
not
farmer,
a
but it's a
fake.
real tattoo.
It's a
Yeah.
real tattoo.
fake farmer. real
Remind
tattoo.
me why he's a fake farmer.
Because he was called a fake farmer by a local resident in Henry County.
Because he doesn't work as hard as his great grandfather did.
Oh, probably
They
not.
have modern equipment.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Technology.
specifically though, he's able to take vacations.
Oh yeah, no, not a
Cade.
farmer.
Her grandfather never took vacations, buddy.
Cade
He,
says
he
he's
was
not
a real farmer.
He's not a porn star.
Yeah.
He's a corn star.
Oh, have to give it. I give it to him. That's good.
Oh, Cade.
Oh, that's funny.
So that bit's dead. Damn it, Guffey.
All right.
I had so much planned. We had a list.
I
You
even
had
looked up
things
the
to
weather
do.
because I was going to
You
do a
had
brief
stuff-
weather forecast over that
it's
intro.
still not
I was
plugged-
gonna
Have you got
try
it
to
figured
tap
out yet?
into
Still not
that
plugged
old-
into the
yeah.
soundboard.
He's not done it. He's just given up, hoping we're not going to hold him accountable. No, we're gonna stall until this works. So figure this out.
It's probably for the best because I don't want to blow them away.
Listen, Chris. After this, we got to move on to more serious topics of the state house and the presidential primaries.
So we gotta have fun now. While
So we got to
can.
get all the fun out. now.
I would like to take this time to say for all your pastured poultry products, visit farmerbrad.com.
He's the coroner in Shelby County, Indiana. Yes?
Is he?
So I've been
I
told.
did not know that.
I've heard it on this show 3 or 4 times.
Yeah?
Every time Brad comments.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's a? Yeah, he
it's-
told me that
yeah,
the other day. That
Yeah,
someone
he
thought
comments, and I say, "Oh, damn it, no, it's a different guy."
he's a fan of the show.
Because
and I hope he's-
what's Farmer Brad's last name?
Wood?
Yeah, Brad Rund.
Oh, very
R-U-N-D.
close.
4
Very
letters.
close.
Brad.
Yeah.
I've never met either guy, but they follow the show sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And Brad Rund is a friend of my sister's down in Shelby County, Shelbyville, and fire department, all that stuff, county
Gotcha.
government. Yeah, so that happened.
She's getting married at his venue.
She is.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, and he's got a farm where you get married
A fancy
and do your
barn.
thing.
Oh, the
One of
wedding barn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
There is
That's
news,
where-
local Newcastle news.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's loud.
It's loud
The button,
and
the
hot.
button works.
Wow.
It's plugged in.
You've got mail.
Wow. That's amazing.
Now you need to mute the computer
Yeah.
until you're ready to push the sound back out through it. All right.
Oh, is this going to happen?
I think it's going to happen.
this
Maybe
gonna
we
happen?
turn it down
Dakota
just a
has
hair.
disappeared
He's just-
again.
I think he went to the bathroom.
In the live studio TV feed.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
We had Ronald Reagan playing earlier.
Yeah.
You remember that?
It was Ronald Reagan.
And
Now it's David Lee Murphy.
Now we got David Lee Murphy,
Yeah.
who's doing something. I don't know if it's dust on the bottle.
That looks like dust on the bottom.
Now-
that's a bump side Ford he's sitting on there.
This is a hard hitting question that I
Yeah.
want to hear an answer from both Sarah and from Mark.
Uh-huh.
Best statutory rape song ever:
Ooh,
Magic Carpet Ride or Dust on the Bottle?
dust on the bottle.
Dust on the bottle. I guess what might be.
Or both of those are wrong.
I thought he was just like dusting off a bottle, and people were enjoying some.
There's a
lovely
little
wine.
girl waiting on me. I want to
Uh-huh.
treat her right.
Actually, you're right. I thought just like,
No
hey,
part of this is wrong to
Hey,
you.
dear, I brought some wine for us to enjoy.
There might be a
Like a-
little dust on the bottle.
Might be a
AKA, she hasn't.
No, that's not. No, I think
What?
that's not. There's no problem past that. It's just
What?
hey, old man, I need some liquor can you help me? And he's like, oh yeah, I've got this stuff. There might be a little dust in the bottle, but it's okay. And he's like, well, I got a little girl waiting on me and I want to treat her right. So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was like someone who was, just going to get some wine so they can have a
do you
lovely
ever
time.
say anything about a little girl waiting on you?
A little girl? No, that part. I want to treat her. Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't think that would fly in.
And then,
in
Magic Carpet Ride by
my
Steppenwolf.
favorite one is That Summer.
Well, see, that is.
Oh, and now
that's
one,
reverse,
that's
and that
reverse.
one is.
Yeah.
That's an
That doesn't
excellent
count.
one. And Cade is in there as well. Cade is nominating That Summer as well. So in
That
Steppenwolf,
Summer.
it is.
That summer.
Why don't you come get with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride?
Yeah, I think just little girl kind of.
It's the little girl, yeah.
Little girl. Mm.
Now, and in That Summer, I made you listen to this and understand this a couple years ago. I think I exposed you to the horrors of That Summer.
I'd heard the song many times before, but I'd never truly listened to the words.
Yeah.
It's a good old country Garth Brooks song.
Winter Hands of Leather.
Sorry, Mark, I just got that on your phone.
Look at that.
Turned to Velvet in a Touch.
We're all good. We're all good.
I don't want it to mess up your cricket minutes. All right, are you ready over there?
All right, we'll try it.
Oh, wait. You're
right.
going to try this?
So we're going to go.
All right.
Is this Dust
All right.
on the Bottle or is
This
this
is
Think,
Dust
Think
on
a
the
Problem by
Bottle.
David
Dust
Baldwin?
on the bottle. That's
All right.
David Lee Murphy.
Please
David
make sure
okay,
it's
we're going
turned
David
down
Lee
just a
Murphy.
smidge.
Dust on the bottle.
Sarah, you may have to pull your headphones. Don't scream. Just pull your headphones if it's too bad. Here we go.
All right. All
Mark,
right.
you're in charge.
I'm going to try.
This is riveting.
I know.
I hear thousands
hear-
of clicks.
I don't hear
thousands
anything.
of clicks.
Hey, I've got this. I've got it going. It's as loud as there's no feed through or nothing.
Is it muted?
No,
We had the huge loud noise
Yeah,
a
what
second
was
ago.
Wow. I'm not ready now. I was just getting ready to sing.
Rewind.
Turn the
Yeah.
computer volume down a little bit.
I don't know if I even have
I'm
it
glad
in me now.
I'm glad we rehearsed this.
Man.
Because it would sound
This
terrible
is-
if we didn't try.
And every year people buy it. My April Fools. that
Every
I'm
year
going to
this
work
happens.
at Kick 76, and people are always like,
You
oh, my
released the
goodness, you
video
even-
or the picture.
Yeah.
And that's your most enduring quality.
The picture with the
yeah.
beaded necklaces, and I'm 20 years old.
Your puka shell necklace. And,
All right.
and Pudgy Mark in his medium shirt.
Pudgy.
All right, we
and
have
his mullet.
sounds down.
Okay.
Okay.
Take 3.
Okay, here we go. The Boss Hog of Liberty podcast is happening right now. And here in just a minute, we're going to talk about some more shit. Showers likely tonight, possibly a thunderstorm after 5 in the morning and a low of 57. 73 now in Newcastle by request. Going out to Cade in his neck tattoo, it's David Lee Murphy.
Hey,
Is that?
That was
that
perfect.
was beautiful.
I had
That was
just a,
that
I had
was-
just a minute. I had just a little more. I could have pushed it just a little further.
Kid,
Yeah, but-
there go my tractor speakers. Oh, it's going to happen to everybody. You probably
So, do you have a
caused-
country station here in town now? That's probably there.
We have
do you have some
Nash-
headhunters?
Nash
now?
FM is here.
1025.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Cumulus station.
Gotcha.
I don't listen. I don't listen to terrestrial radio.
It's
Those
only one of 3 radio stations we get at
Peasants.
work.
Really?
peasants. We're internet radio, man.
Yeah.
We're
This is
syndicated.
this is it.
We
This
are on
is-
Indiana Talks.
this is the
we are a
happening
syndicated radio program.
This is the future.
And in a video, we're on their TV. We're in
Yeah.
TVs all across Indiana and the country.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the treadmill listening to this.
You listening to yourself?
Yeah,
Do you listen
listening to myself.
regularly?
To this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did we have on last week?
You had on. There was the.
It's a trick question. We were on spring break. We just spent the whole Patreon portion
when
talking
you had
about this.
when you had Alex Jones on for his second visit. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
That was
Oh,
only
okay.
for the Patreon people. Must
Yeah.
join to get that.
Yeah. And Ron White, you had him on recently.
Yeah,
We
Ron
wrote
was
that.
on his
And,
blue collar thing. That's going very well. So we did have to prepare for you, and I have to get in a certain state of mind. So I try to watch old
State of mind.
episodes of Newhart.
Newhart. Yeah.
I try to make sure I'm up to speed on Angel and Rockford.
Oh, yes.
And then last night I went to bed early, but instead of actually falling asleep, I came upstairs and my wife caught me watching Johnny Carson.
Nice.
So
there you go.
we were watching some Johnny Carson,
Nice.
and that was
That's
And
where it's
then
at.
what was the next 45 minutes after Johnny Carson?
I fell asleep. It was Jonathan Winters and
Stephen
and-
Colbert.
No,
no.
I think I
was
think
the
it would have been
20
Letterman.
Jon Stewart.
After Carson would have been Letterman. I
Yeah.
It
suppose.
was the 2016.
Well, Tom Snyder.
Speaking of David
Tom
Letterman,
Snyder. Yeah, later.
did you see that David Letterman beard? that Julian Assange.
Julian Assange.
He grew one of those.
So he's been arrested today.
We said we weren't going to talk about this.
We're probably going to talk about it next week, but I
Yeah.
will just leave it at this. The man spent 7 years hiding, and apparently he's looking at 5 years of charges.
My favorite joke that I saw about it today was from Boss Hog of Liberty resident lawyer Sean Rao.
Yes.
And he said that he definitely has a IP in jars look, which is pretty good.
All right. So that's enough of the mucking around. Dakota, you got to take the reins, and we got to talk about real stuff.
That's
State
right.
House
Real
bills.
stuff.
There are bills being signed into
hard-hitting
law by the
story.
governor who hasn't told us anything about anything until he signs it. I think this governor, Mike Pence, he signed bad bills. Governor
Holcomb.
Daniels was, hey, I want to do something crazy extreme thing, and we're going to do it together. Governor Holcomb seems to be the guy who has no opinion whatsoever until the bill comes to his desk, and then he's like, yeah, I'll sign it. But he doesn't ever lead. So what has he not let on, and is he going to sign?
Well, I don't know the specifics of that question, but he definitely hasn't taken the lead on anything that has to do with hemp or marijuana legislation, except for basically saying I smoked weed, but I don't want you to. You're not allowed to, old hypocrite Holcomb in the in the state house. And he also is, for some reason, in major favor of a hate crimes legislation. Looks like the House's version of the hate crimes legislation is going to end up being signed by the governor. The governor, he didn't like the Senate's version. Didn't really give too many specifics on why he didn't like it, but just said that the House's version was much better. I looked through the digest. I didn't go through them specifically, line by line, but the digest is pretty much like copy pasted. It's protections for specific groups of people.
Is it the same
based
groups
on
of people
crimes.
in both? Or do we know?
Okay, well, that was part of the issue, according to Holcomb, was that the Senate's bill did not specify the groups of people that they were offering protection to, and he said that it needed to be put in detail in the bill. The House's didn't really either, though. It just basically said race, sex, or gender orientation.
So, friend of the show, Abdul Hakim Shabazz, who has invited me as the host of Boss Hog of Liberty onto his program. We've not yet actually invited Abdul on this show. That's an oversight on Guffey's part, and I'm hoping at some point he makes it right. Abdul says just because it doesn't specifically say that doesn't mean it's protected. It is protected.
Right.
So,
That's
move on. Get
that was
over
the thing. It was like, why are you making this a big deal? Governor Holcomb knows how laws are written. Like, if he doesn't, then he shouldn't be the governor, I guess. But anyway, we have been watching these bills in the state house. In February, we gave you all a big list of the ones we were watching, dealing with like smoking with children in your car. A $15 minimum wage was proposed. All these different things that we were watching. We got two bills that from our original list that are still around.
So
they're still hanging on.
Senate Bill 535, which is the bill originally, it was dealing with town ordinances and zoning authority.
That's right.
And Senate Bill 516, which is Jim Lucas's bill for hemp agriculture.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. That's not Jim's bill. It came out of the Senate, but it's the one that he's. The counter side.
He
was
made
on the House side of it.
So the big deal about 516 was that it looked like it was all going to pass. It made it out of committee, made it through the House. It's back at the.
Your boy Brad.
Oh, there he is.
He's in.
Hello, Farmer Brad.
It almost made it. It almost made it through the House without any amendments. But then some people started reading it. Some of the people that are like from the Indiana Normal Group, which is a
The
marijuana,
watchdogs, the accountability groups,
marijuana rights organizations, and
they're criminals. They should have no rights. That's the That's what I understand.
Said, hold on, wait a minute.
Bill O'Reilly told me that
This hemp agriculture bill, it says that we can't have oils that are smokable, so like that go in vape pens that have CBD in them, and it also makes hemp flour illegal. So
the buds
right now,
because that's the part that has the weed in it.
So you can't make weed cake?
That's the part that you would smoke that has the CBD, the highest concentration of CBD in the plant.
And you get
CBD or THC?
You get all
Just
high
like-
off that CBD.
or both?
We're incorrect. It's the same part of the plant. So the flower on the hemp plant as well as the marijuana plant are both the things that you smoke to get the desired effect.
Right.
But in the marijuana plant, it's got the THC. Hemp has the CBD, and the Fraternal Order of Police in the state of Indiana, they said, well, the CBD flower looks a whole lot like regular weed flower.
It looks
and
a lot like clover that grows in your yard, too. That should be illegal. There ought to
We
be a law.
just-
Oh, hell yeah.
we just can't make the difference. We can't tell the difference. So people are going to be getting arrested, which there have been people in the state of Indiana getting arrested for CBD flowers in their cars, but they're later let go after they can prove it's CBD and not THC. Anyway, so then the House almost passed it. Jim Lucas, being the good guy that he is,
Friend of the show.
yep, he said, nope, hold on, I'm going to make an amendment that says that this doesn't change our current CBD laws that we have on the books. And
Until-
it passed the House, it's at the Senate now, back at the Senate.
Until something comes out of both houses, gets through a conference committee, and gets the pen of the governor, it's not done.
Yep.
Right? So it can be at a certain point at a certain time. As long as a bill's still alive, anything can happen. That's kind of what
right.
happens.
Why are they wasting their time? It's going to be legal, right? Eventually, that's the way the world is heading. Like, why even bother?
You saw how long it took for them to give us that little 8 hours of freedom on a Sunday just to buy beer.
Yeah.
We still can't buy it cold in a grocery store. I was explaining that to a friend down in Florida, Luke Jackson, who might be watching the show.
What's up, Luke?
Hi, Luke.
He
Luke's responsible for our logo.
yes.
He's the Jerry West.
We
program.
were explaining. I was explaining to him. Yeah, we can't buy cold beer in a grocery
Mm-hmm.
store. And he's like, "Why? That doesn't make any sense."
in the
Because we have Republicans in charge here.
in the trip to Georgia that I talked about in the Patreon portion of the program. I went to the Costco in Greater Atlanta, Georgia, with my mother-in-law and Sarah's aunt. And we went looking for the Kirkland vodka because we really, really like the Kirkland vodka. And they can sell wine and they can sell beer in Gwinnett County
What?
in grocery stores, but they cannot sell in Gwinnett County spirits. So you
What?
can't get Kirkland vodka at
Shame.
Costco in their town.
So we should have just carried it over state lines.
So we should have brought it with us.
Okay.
We were shit out of luck.
My grandma used to live in a dry county in Kentucky.
Which
So
one?
She lived in Albany.
Clinton.
Yeah,
Clinton
Clinton
County.
County.
Yeah.
All of Newcastle's from Clinton County.
Yeah, they got Brownsburgers down there.
That's where
We're
Josh
not-
is from. It's
We're not from
Wait,
there. She,
not Kentucky.
She built
This
a
is different
cabin
Clinton County.
on the lake,
JK.
Which lake?
Dale Hollow,
Oh yeah.
and the big one, the big
Mark,
lake.
it is after 8 o'clock.
Is it after 8?
So the restriction is lifted. If there's a word you have to work in at some point,
Kirsten,
you are permitted.
please put the kids to bed now.
I don't know. I've never done this before.
Guffey, at some point,
This is
Guffey, I'm going to need you to get a transition ready for us, and I'm going to need a thinking problem by David Ball. In the chat, in the planning chat, I had an end of my life moment.
yeah.
David Ball, 65 years old.
Yeah.
I
blew
literally
you away.
I was head sewn to the carpet, shocked that David Ball is 65.
It doesn't feel right. I would have said 47.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense, I guess.
Sarah, do you know who David Ball is? No, of course not. Riding with Private Malone.
Nope.
It's about a guy who bought a Corvette.
Really
From a
cheap.
dead
He ripped
soldier.
that old lady off.
He paid full price.
Maybe it was the end of her life.
No, it
She
wasn't.
didn't care.
She didn't know what she had.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll the tape
Yeah.
so I can hear.
That's not the song we're trying
That's
to
not
play.
the-
It's not.
We're trying to play.
Wow.
I mean, that's another one of his big songs. That's his later song, but he still sounds boyish in that one. The fact that he's 65, I cannot
65.
fathom that he's drawing Social Security. Also, he's born July 9th, 1953.
Do you think
so
he needs Social Security?
he is 30 years older than me to the day. I was born
Yeah.
on David Ball's 30th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know.
Roll the tapes,
There it
Chris.
There's really no
Brings back-
post.
There's no post. That's
No.
a cold.
There's
That's
nothing.
a cold open,
Turn it up a little bit, Chris.
as they say in the industry.
When he says industry, he means
the pharma industry.
The business.
The
The
business.
business. I'm like, what industry am I a part of?
Oh, yeah. Feel like I'm at the
This
Wayne County
is as
4-H
good
fair.
as it gets. All right.
Getting ready to go barrel racing.
One more song with Mark. I got to have the Grundy County auctions.
I vaguely remember that one.
Really?
Yeah.
John Michael Montgomery?
I've never heard that song.
Soul?
Oh,
You've
yes.
heard the song.
Oh, I said,
Have
hey,
I?
little baby, won't you give me a dime? And do anything to make you mine.
I've never heard that song before in my life,
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
I remember that.
Man, the thing is YouTube is just ridiculous because it's got an ad 10 seconds into the video.
Oh.
Oh, deal breaker.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to work. Senate Bill 535 is probably going to pass through the House of Representatives. It's already through the Senate. But there
Asterisks,
was an amendment. Actually, two
asterisks
amendments.
with amendments. There's 2 asterisks for 2 amendments.
Brant Spicer was always a Cletus T. Judd fan.
Oh, Cletus
Cletus
T.
T.
Judd. Yeah, he's a comedy country like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
He's the
Is he the Weird Al of
he's the
country
Weird Al of
music?
country music. Exactly.
Oh, hold on, here we go.
Oh,
He's saying Plowboy.
here it is, right here. This is where it's going, and it's going, and it's going, and he's going to be singing here in just a little bit, right about now.
I saw something I just had to have.
Oh, please no. Don't let Jer sing on this program
man.
ever.
It's
Oh,
over the top. It is.
You
over
have to
the
hear
top.
this song in a 1993 Chevrolet Silverado, teal green, as you're going down the road to Knightstown to go buy some cows or something.
Yes.
Do they still have that auction?
Yeah,
in
Bill
Knightstown?
Lowry is the auctioneer down
Yeah.
there every day, every Saturday morning.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't go to Knightstown on a Saturday morning unless you want to sit in traffic because there are trailers
Oh,
everywhere.
it's a big deal.
It's over the top. It is.
You have to hear this song. in
Guffey.
1993 Chevrolet.
Guffey is giving us our own.
Oh my
boo-boo.
goodness, this is.
Is this payback? Like, did our dogs do something to you this
We're in
weekend?
a loop.
Is this payback?
Can I ride the post of me riding the post?
I will tell you what though.
Play this song. I know every word.
It's there's a picture of Johnny
I know.
Cash. on
I
the
know
picture
every
on the
word.
screen.
It's a Johnny Cash song. I know every
every
word.
of every Johnny Cash song.
Play the song.
I'm gonna sing her every. I'm gonna sing her every Willie Nelson
And you
song.
are listening to
$50. I know every word
karaoke
of
with
this
Boss
song.
Hog of Liberty.
Pay
Thursday night.
$50.
What song is it, though? Just any Johnny Cash?
No, play the song that's on the screen.
That's on Jared's phone, not the computer.
It's a boy named Sue.
I know every word of that song.
Should have named him Bill or George or Dakota or something.
Were we talking about Senate bills or something?
Yeah, Senate,
what is the Senate bill? Wait,
Senate
what's going
Bill
on?
535.
35.
Betsy talked about it.
It's going to pass. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, and it sounds like it's going to pass. So must-pass bills get crap added into them. There is language in the bill now that is dealing with newspapers. We read this in the Courier Times this week, and it says that the government is now saying, hey, you have to run our public ads, our public announcements of, hey, we're going to have a bid, and you can only charge us this much money, or, hey, these are the houses we're going to steal from you in property tax sale, dear citizens of our community. But they say, yeah, you can only charge $350 or something.
$250.
$250.
$250 for a full page ad. That's not a lot of money for a full page ad.
Not at all.
I mean, that's more than what we paid for the LPIN full page ad. But
Well,
it
we
should
don't
have
have
been.
the circulation that they do.
See, well, here's the thing. Even at the LPIN convention, it would have been that much if we didn't have a person on the inside named Christy Avery.
right.
So
My girlfriend.
the fact that they want newspapers to charge that little, and do we really want the government to start regulating what the press can print and how much they can charge
Wage
when
and
they
price
print
controls? Should they even be in charge of how much money you make?
it? Nah, I don't think so.
Minimum wage?
I doubt it.
So that's the
sketchy.
thing. So they did amend the Senate Bill 535 dealing with the town ordinances. And it sounds like every town that has passed theirs in Henry County, except for Middletown, is going to be grandfathered in as of where it sits right now. Basically, it depends upon the date. So I think it's anything that was passed before the bill was authored. If you were on the front end of that, then you're grandfathered in. If you're on the back end of it, you're SOL.
Which, as we were talking to Betsy said that the compromise that they were hoping for was that any town that has passed it before this gets signed into law is grandfathered in.
Right. But that's not the case.
Unfortunately, Betsy lives in Middletown, the one town that's kind of getting screwed by the resolution.
Well, they're slow.
Yeah, well,
Middletown, I think, had some town council members change. So between when they took office and when they had their first meeting, I think that's probably the difference there. I would guess.
Yeah, everything else that we had, Jeremiah, has passed away.
They're all
never
gone.
to be seen
They're all
again.
gone.
Until next year. Well, we will update you again next year.
The truth
Let you
is,
know.
we have enough laws. We don't need more.
That's true.
The smokable CBD, so that is illegal currently?
No, it's legal now.
CBDs are legal in
But they-
anything under the .03.
I gotcha.
Okay, so
because there's a
basically-
place that just opened in Richmond. Well, there's like they're like fireworks outlets now. Everyone is selling. And I even put an ad on or a post on Facebook making fun of it. 3 people were trying to sell me this shit. But there's a place that sells the smokable stuff, which I don't know if it's
you can
hype or-
you can buy cigarettes. That they look like a filtered cigarette, but it's got THC flower in it.
The reading of the bills.
Or
Governor
not
Holcomb.
THC, sorry, CBD.
Yesterday.
CBD. I'd take the THC.
Well, that's a crime.
Shit.
On the 10th of October of April 2019, in the year of our Lord 2019, Governor Holcomb has signed Senate Bill 198, which dealt with substance abuse on penal something, and Dakota scrolled. He's not a team player. I don't know.
14 bills.
14 bills. He signed a bill dealing with a study committee to look into reckless homicide because that's their job. He signed off on a bill dealing with disabled Hoosier veteran license plates. He allowed Vanderburgh County to appoint an additional magistrate out of their circuit court. A stormwater management task force study of management systems specifies that quote unquote person includes nonprofits for purposes of historic preservation and rehabilitation grant programs, and on and on and on and on and on. You'll be happy to know that now, after June 30th, 2019, local government may not enact an ordinance requiring solid waste hauler to collect solid waste management fees.
Oh, I forgot about Senate Bill 271. That was on our list of things to watch.
Hey, look, it's law now.
Yeah, that one got signed into law. It eliminates the state requirement that manufacturers have to put certain information on e-cigarette liquids.
House Bill 1080 is a law, makes a correction concerning the deprivation of good time credit for inmates placed in community corrections programs. So those are all the bills that the governor has signed so far. Once again, you don't hear any speeches on these bills. They just get signed, right?
Yep.
They go through quietly. There's like 3 or 4 that people pay attention to
It's
that get
law.
the news. A bunch of other stuff goes through.
Have you tried the CBD yet?
I have not. There was a man that at work, a coworker, who had some major medical issues going on, found out that the CBD helped calm his stomach and he was actually able to eat again.
Huh.
He had his entire colon removed and had to have a portion of his small intestine. Yeah, you get the gist. Nasty. And he found out that taking the CBD oil, he could eat. He could eat like he used to. And then he got drug tested by the DOT, and the 0.3% THC is enough to show up on a DOT
Drug screen.
drug screen.
Yeah.
So I can't take the CBD.
Oh, so you can't do it.
That's unfortunate.
I don't.
My
I
state
tried
that
it.
legalized it for me said no.
I don't think you're missing out on it. People have these stories like that, but I tried it. I didn't think it was.
Well, I've got a couple of people that I know, like my cousin, her daughter has epilepsy. She takes CBD oil. It does basically miracles for her because she has way less seizures than she was having. And then just like a more, I don't know, traditional, what I hear everybody talking about is they had like back pain or hip pain or some kind of pain. And then they do like the sublingual where you put it under your tongue. And that
It's like an
usually
LSD
works out.
sheet.
It's not harmful. A number of people use it. They find success. So why should we stand in the way and say
Yeah.
no?
But back to your question, Mark.
Yeah.
For a person with no ailments, if you're just wanting to get the body relaxation effects, then apparently the smokable flower is the way to go. Because like the oils and stuff aren't concentrated enough. You would have to drink a lot of it to get that if you don't have any like pains in your body to try to
See,
have.
I would just like to have a good night's sleep, like to lay down and sleep.
Then
You know
you
what?
need some
Just-
melatonin.
Have you tried putting a podcast on in the background? Perhaps
Really?
the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast.
That
Don't
gets
sleep on
me
us.
worked up.
Just
You
like
know what I
whenever
mean?
he makes me listen to Dave Ramsey trying to go to bed. I can't.
When I
Can't do
hear
it.
your euphoric tones, you know what I mean. There's no sleeping.
I
happening.
wouldn't, I
There's
wouldn't
no
listen to
sleeping
episode.
happening.
I wouldn't listen to episode 107 after the incident about 20 minutes in. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I say that we started an ASMR podcast, and it's just Mark Brim going real.
A real mower. I think it's a way to go. Have you ever tried the marijuana?
Nope.
No?
No. Oh, yeah.
No,
This is a long time ago.
Can't say that I have. No, not since the Bahamas.
Yeah. This is like 3 weeks ago.
It was at least.
By the way, Dakota,
But honestly, since I've been 18, I've had a job that I get drug tested at.
yeah,
So
I've had
that's- you
the
that's
same thing
impossible.
since I was 15. I'm 20 years in my building right now. So I missed the
More than half his
drug
lifetime.
doing days. I will note this is episode number 107 of the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast. Jeremiah Morrell, Dakota Davis, Sara Morrell, Chris Guffey on the producer's desk, and Mark Brim in the featured desk.
The hot seat.
The hot seat, the black
hot
and
seat.
tan chair. 107 episodes in. This is hairstyle number 96 for Dakota Davis. Today he has gone for 1950s. You look like it's
Desi
something-
Arnaz,
It's
except
the Big Bopper or something. But you've got the hard hat crush is what
Yeah.
you have today.
Well, right before I came here, I had to go to work really quick and had to wear a hard hat. So it just got smooshed down.
I have a hard hat, but it's just for pictures. I haven't done any real work in my life, so I just
That
carry
and
one
walking
with
on
me.
scaffolding.
Yeah,
Oh, what the?
yeah. But I got one and a safety vest for like 3 times a year. I have to go out
On
on a job
site.
site and not get myself killed. All right, so 2020 that's coming up soon. I'm told we should probably talk about the presidential primary. There's a guy from Indiana that's running and getting all kinds of headlines. Mayor Pete.
Mayor Pete.
Mayor Pete.
But
Not a mayor from Richmond. You're from Richmond, Indiana.
Richmond,
Have you guys
Indiana.
ever had a mayor or mayor candidate that you feel like, man, that should be our presidential
yeah,
candidate?
president.
Just somebody you're inspired by, somebody you've donated a lot of money to.
It's Mayor Pete.
So, have you ever done marijuana? What was the question?
Mayor,
Has there ever been a mayor? And we have a mayoral race coming. Not to derail this, but we have a mayoral.
there a
and
brawl?
our last one was a shit show, I tell you. And
Why don't you run for mayor?
no, I
he lives
got
out in the
name
county
ID.
in his cabin now.
yeah,
That's
but
true. You did move.
they would dig up something I've said before, and I'd be done instantly. I'm pretty sure.
Real.
Real.
It's Richmond. Who's going to be doing digging?
But there are a lot of online citizen watchdogs that will just. Well, Winchester has this doofus that like ran the mayor out of office.
disappointing
And we
food
have a
from-
guy in Richmond who's the
That
same.
doofus
yeah.
is a donor? And we appreciate
Let me
it very
just
much.
say that I am more. I have nothing. I don't know knowledge of this gentleman. I'm more reflecting the doofuses in Richmond that are citizen watchdogs. I just happen to make that comparison.
Wrong
Totally
place for
different
that
things,
one.
though. Totally different things.
Who's that doofus?
Totally different things. So, and there's
I don't know who the doofus is.
there's people just online, and it causes all. And last time there was especially the Republicans and the Democrats. They were fighting on there, and the citizen watchdog people pulling up different things, making their own memes. It was just so. This time, I don't know. It could be just as entertaining. Who knows?
Is the doofus Christy
We have-
Avery?
I don't know the person's name, but I just was reading a story a while back.
Is it Jonathan Phillips?
I don't. I was reading a story about the Richmond doofuses. I don't want to name them.
Percy. It was Percy.
Percy St. Clair was the person's name. And so anyways, this time there's 3 candidates in Richmond's mayoral race, and I don't know. They all seem good, I guess. So we'll see.
Any of them you think qualified to run for POTUS?
All of
President?
them. Sure. All of them. Why not?
Well,
I don't know any of them. The current mayor, I don't. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know any inside info. But
So we have a list, and we're gonna go down the list, and you decide if you know who any of these people are. Mark, this is the way we do this.
I think we should pass it around and see if everybody
this
knows.
is the
Everybody has a
18.
copy.
This is the
Can we do like a
candidates.
thumbs
You all
up,
have a
thumbs
copy.
down?
Yeah.
Who knows it? Who doesn't?
Yeah. So
Candidates running for Democrat
These are the candidates that are officially in the race. For
in the race.
Dakota is looking at like I don't know.
Just leave it.
I don't know what he's
Leave
doing.
it.
He's looking around and he's very focused. I feel like he's making memes. I don't know.
He's majestic.
He's not gone this quiet since
You
he had to go
made
step
a
right
great
here.
meme
I was
earlier.
trying to reply to Kirsten Kronk because she was in the chat asking what Sarah's drinking. I was going to say Natty Light. Anyway, let's
She's
go through
drinking
the list of
a Natter Days.
2020 presidential candidates. Before we list all the people, I want to mention the fact that a lot of these people just have exploratory committees open.
No, that is not the case.
But
This list here is
Those
going
are
to be
officially
have
in.
announced they are in. We're down to just one exploratory committee,
which is
and it's Mayor Pete.
Mayor
It's Mayor Pete. Oh,
boot edge.
Farmer Brad just sent me a selfie of himself in a hard hat. And, I have to say.
Is that a chicken tractor that
He's
Farmer
looking
Brad is
good.
building?
Oh, yeah, he's running a chicken tractor.
Farmer
clinic
Brad's
this
looking
week.
pretty good.
Farmer
I have to
Brad
admit, if
is
one
a
of
bit
us,
a sexy bitch.
if one of us were a lady, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Guffey.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at a picture of Farmer Brad.
Hey, Farmer Brad.
Is that
But-
why you got him mixed up with the coroner?
Does he get government subsidies too? Like Kate?
No, he's a real farmer.
Oh, crap.
And he's building stuff, and he doesn't have a neck tattoo, so he's not doing porns on the side.
In order to make it into the debates,
You have to have a
it
certain number of
changed.
donors, right?
Yeah, it changed for 2020. The DNC said that you must register at least 1% in 3 different polls, and you also must 14 days prior to the debate raise money from at least 65,000 unique donors and have a minimum of 200 contributors in at least 20 different states.
So that's the rules for the Democrats debates. What are the rules for the
Correct.
Republican debates?
Bill Weld,
Joke is they won't have them.
yeah, who's the former Libertarian Party vice presidential candidate who was the running mate of Gary Johnson in 2016. And the former governor of Massachusetts has opened an exploratory committee to explore his options for running for president of the United States as a Republican against President Donald Trump. The RNC, however, came out and said, we will not be holding debates for the primaries. So he might be on your ballot, but no one's going to know who he is. So once again, Bill
Doesn't
Weld is
stand
going
a
to
chance.
lose. He had his turn at
he
governor.
is
I like
the
him
former
well enough,
Republican
though.
governor of Massachusetts. So he does have a resume.
I would like Bill Weld more than Trump, I think. I think he'd be a pretty decent president. I was hoping that he would apply for the job as a libertarian. I know I'm going to get a lot of libertarian hate for that because
There are pictures of Bill Weld in the audience clapping at me.
I'm a
And
Clapping at
Dakota.
me?
Clapping at us.
crazy pragmatist, but you know,
I thought the libertarian hate was that he was wanting to run as a Republican, and they thought that
the
was a
libertarian
sellout
hate
thing.
was because
He's impure.
Yeah,
He jumped
he's
in
not
and then jumped out.
He's not
He
an
did-
anarchist.
God,
He
so-
did say that he's
I
a
see what you're
libertarian for life. And then, like,
And then he's running for...
Then a year later,
then the next thing you know, he's on a plane going to go coach at Alabama.
He's moderate though. He's way too moderate. Aren't the Republicans pretty much like down the rabbit hole
No.
of dumb assery?
there's a lot of really.
asshattery?
There are still a lot of really good conservatives, and a lot of people actually. There is a.
But the majority are asshats.
I wouldn't say the majority. I think you're just trying to be.
I would say
I
the
think you're
majority
just trying to
are-
be a provocateur at this point.
We filled that job already, Mark. We need you to be.
Oh,
You're playing
Yeah.
moderate today.
I'm the moderate.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the moderate.
Can I equal airtime here? I think Hillary supporters are asshats.
There is a.
Hillary's not on the list yet.
She's not, but the people,
No,
the
she's
self-righteous
confirmed
people,
not running.
She's well, when Hillary's hanging up her hat.
the self-righteous people last time were like, if you don't vote for Hillary, you hate everyone, and you're not.
Yeah, Bill Weld said that.
Yeah, everyone said that. So I just wanted to throw that in that they're all. asshats.
There's a really good debate podcast called Intelligence Squared Debates. They bring 4 people in, 2 on each side, and they host a formal debate on an issue. Their latest episode was should the Republican Party re-nominate Trump for the elections? And
They have no choice.
they don't have a choice. However, the arguing side said we might win, but conservatism has taken enough damage from the Trump era.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need to damage it further. So
Okay. Here's the list of Democrats.
All right.
We're going to play the game.
So what do we do? We raise our hand.
I want you to speak up. Well, this is an audio podcast, so if I don't see you, I can't call on you.
But it's on the YouTube.
But Guffey's not on the screen, and he's allowed to answer too. This week, a guy named Representative, so he's a congressman, Eric Swallen from California,
Who is
has
she?
entered the race. Eric Swallen. Does anybody have any idea who the hell Eric Swallen is?
Swalwell. is
New
what I
phone,
know.
who dis?
Swalwell.
Swollen?
Swalwell.
Swollen.
Going once. Well, I could
Swole.
read better if we weren't sitting in the dark, but Dakota has us working in the dark now, and
Mood lighting.
it's against union rules. Apparently, we don't have somebody to flip the light switch, turn the lights on in here.
That's unfortunate.
We have great studio lighting,
the
but
electric
it
is too damn
dark.
high.
The rent is too damn high. All right. So nobody knows who Eric Swalwell is.
Yeah,
Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan. Not Paul Ryan, the guy from Wisconsin who was
Nope,
the speaker.
don't know him.
Tim Ryan. Going
Never heard that
once,
name before in my life.
Going twice. going 3 times.
Nope.
Now, that said, Mayor Pete, a lot of people know who Mayor Pete is.
Oh, yeah.
So, but nobody knew who the hell he was 2 months ago. All right. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York State.
I feel like I've heard her name like once on CNN.
Brim, nothing?
She's pulling really high.
Nothing?
Nothing.
And it's Kirsten. Again with the Kirsten and Kristen.
Like
She,
Christy Alley. Wait.
She was the congresswoman from New York. And then when Hillary became Secretary of State, she was appointed. So she's been there since then. Here's one that I think you probably have heard the name, but former congressman from Texas, Beto O'Rourke.
Beto.
Beto. Do you know Beto?
White Obama.
White Obama.
Yes.
I don't think he's
Beto.
like...
He's the Irish Obama.
He's like parallel Irish Obama.
And his real name is not Beto. It's something else. It's like
He just
Jim.
goes. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So Beta O'Rourke.
Beta O'Rourke.
Beta O'Rourke.
I don't know anything about
Anybody?
him. He's stunningly attractive.
Yes.
But I don't know
and he's
anything
from El
else about
Paso.
Oh, sorry. His real name is Robert Francis.
O'Rourke.
Oh, he's like a pope. Pope
Yeah.
Robert Francis O'Rourke of Texas.
Bob Francis.
Do
Bob-
people just
Bobby
like him
Frank.
because he's good looking? And
Bobby
Bob Frank O'Rourke.
Bobby Frank O'Rourke of
He's just
Massachusetts.
6'4".
I'm Bobby
Has 3
O'Rourke.
kids.
6'4".
Texas.
Yeah.
He skateboards. He's cool.
He's had to apologize
He has
for
a
some shit
music
already,
career.
Right?
He ran for
Yes.
Senate.
He's also a furry. He is.
Played
He's
the
a furry.
bass.
So we have
Wow.
we've begun
Well, it's about damn time we put a furry in the White House.
Yep.
He's got my vote.
Is that like the little guys that used to run around on CSI?
No.
No. Furries are it's a kink.
You know what furries are.
All right. So
I just thought he was old.
They
and
have a
didn't know.
cover. He has a cover band called The Sheeps,
The sheeps.
and then he was also he had a demo album
this
called
is-
The El Paso Pussycats.
That's the one that's the furries.
Yep.
Okay. This was all in like 1993, 1995. I kind of want to go dig some stuff up.
Hodie's
There
in
are
the chat.
videos.
Hodie says Tim Ryan is the guy who challenged Nancy Pelosi for speaker, and Swalwell made national news a bit ago when he did a Vine of himself voting for abortions after 40 weeks.
Vine?
If those make sense.
Are there vines around?
So Beto,
Vine
you guys
is
know
gone.
who he
It's
is.
TikTok.
He did run against Ted Cruz and lost for Senate, so he wants
right.
a higher office. Former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper. Any of you have any idea?
That name rings.
John Hickenlooper.
I got
Going
nothing.
Heard it
once,
somewhere.
Nope.
Going
No
twice.
idea.
It's like in the back of my head.
You guys have no idea? All right. Are any of you voting in the Democrat primary?
No,
Okay.
Yes, I probably will.
I already
Maybe.
voted.
Maybe. Good chance of it. Jay Inslee. Governor Jay Inslee.
Nope.
Governor Jay
What
Inslee.
state are we talking
I
about?
don't
dat?
even know, and I normally know this stuff.
So
So
I know this guy's name because Andrew Yang was talking about him on the Ben Shapiro Sunday special.
Or if you are
Washington.
a yearly subscriber, it is the Saturday special.
Governor Jay Inslee
Ben
of
Shapiro.
Washington. All right. There's another name on here. Independent Democrat senator named Bernard Sanders
Yeah.
of Vermont. Does
He
anybody
becomes a Democrat
does
whenever
anybody know who
wants to get elected.
that
I thought
president.
there was a socialist Bernard Sanders, but I must be
Democratic
wrong.
Socialist.
No, this is the Bernie Sanders that's a millionaire.
Didn't he say something about
No,
you
a
wanna
million-
write
yeah,
a
a millionaire.
book? If you want
Yeah.
to be a millionaire, write a book or something like
Yeah.
that?
He said you can be a millionaire too if you write a best-selling book. You know,
Oh, well,
capitalism.
There we go.
Let's see here. So
Yeah, you going further, or should I take over?
I got-
Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Never
And you
heard
thought
of
you
her.
could take over.
She's never going to get elected with a name like that.
Klobuchar.
She already won Senate in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. What is she
Yeah.
known for? Anybody know?
Green stuff.
Minnesota.
It's snowing
That's
there.
what apparently Jay Inslee is also going to be running on, like climate change stuff.
Senator Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren.
Okay,
is
that's
also
insulting.
Heard of her? Yes.
Listen, I've heard she likes IPAs. She announced she's running for president on the Instagram.
Hello, fellow kids.
On the IG.
Really?
Do it for the
You don't remember
gram,
this, Mark?
Elizabeth. Do it for the gram.
Oh, it's
I am so ignorant these days. My New Year's resolution was to not be informed. And
How's that
I'm doing-
working
Have you
out
been
for you?
successful?
I've been fairly successful at not being informed.
she has the most cringeworthy Instagram. Like her launch video. If you go to the YouTubes,
Oh, now I'm going to have to see
You've
it.
gotta
Now
look it
I'm
up.
going to be informed.
no, I'm sorry.
I will
What's
check
her
it.
IG handle?
It's a hazard of the show. Just go to the YouTube and find it. It'll be
No,
there.
I want to go on her Instagram.
I don't know. President Trump says it's Senator Pocahontas left behind. Senator Cory Booker, the guy that used to have libertarian tendencies
I've heard of him.
I am Spartacus.
of New Jersey.
He had libertarian tendencies until it became
Until he wanted to run for
unpopular.
president.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like really big, was working with Rand
Look
Paul.
at Jeremiah manspreading over here.
I don't want to be. I want to.
Manspreading and mansplaining.
First of all, I'm running things over if I go anywhere. So that's-
You've unplugged my
that is
laptop
broken.
now.
Now that's gone forever. Sigh. If I go too far to the right, I run over cables. So I come this way in safety, and then you run a cable around me, and welcome to my life. All right.
I need to put like plexiglass right here. That's a good idea.
Senator
Good
Kamala
idea, Dakota.
Gard. Senator Kamala Gard of Indiana. I'm sorry. Kamala Harris. It jumped.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Wait.
Kamala Harris of,
Kamala
What's happening?
of
Harris.
California.
Ex San Antonio
Heard of
Mayor
her.
Fidel Castro.
No, wait, back
Julian.
up. So Harris, we can't just jump past.
Nope.
She is a former prosecutor who was absolutely against the
Yeah,
weed,
she was hardcore against weed.
and now she's joking about it on the radio. So she's invited on the program,
Oh.
and we will have a very real conversation about it.
I remember
And then
that.
she smoked weed in '89 in college and listened to Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Wasn't it? No,
I'm very
earlier.
concerned.
86 maybe is when
I'm
she.
concerned about Elizabeth Warren running for president. She gets her holidays mixed up. She posted on April 1st, "No tricks, only treats." Hashtag April Fool's Day. And it's a photo of a dog licking snow.
I think I'm going to have to follow this. That's a thing of beauty.
She's more boomer than Trump.
Wow. That sounds like something Percy St. Clair would do.
All right,
Percy's
sorry.
gonna be
Going
lifting up
along,
the senator.
Mayor Julian
Rep.
Castro.
Tulsi-
Oh, sorry. I missed
Representative
that one.
Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii.
Never
Nope.
heard of her.
Really?
That's a negatory.
She's actually
She's like third or fourth right now.
in she's the there are some libertarians that like her.
Okay.
She's got a streak.
I'll do my research.
She's got a streak.
I'll circle her.
Sometimes she votes with Massey. She's sassy with Massey.
She's sassy.
Are you okay?
He hears noises. I hear the
Did you-
noise too, but I don't think it's
It's
going
not
to be on
in
the
the
recording.
microphones.
Yeah.
All right. Former Rep John Delaney.
Heard that name.
Rings a bell.
I have literally no idea who John Delaney is.
Me either.
Delaney.
Not a clue.
I've heard the name, but I don't know who he is.
I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he's accomplished.
Miramar, Florida Mayor Wayne Messam.
I'm going to get out on a limb right now and say Wayne's not making the he's not making the stage.
Author Marianne Williamson. And I have no idea who that is. And then the reason that I'll probably pull a
back up.
Democrat. What?
John Delaney is the guy who's been running since July of 2017.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got in forever ago. That's his hook. He's like, I'll
You're
run
not-
first.
You're not supposed to do that.
I'll run first, and we'll see what happens.
And then the reason that I might pull a Democrat ticket is to get
To join
Andrew-
the Yang Gang.
Yang Gang 2020.
He's so
Andrew Yang, man.
So Tulsi
this?
Gabbard has people excited, and Yang has people excited. He's
Never heard of it.
he's in favor of something called socialism. No, he's in favor of giving everybody $1,000 a year as a basic
$1,000 a month.
Universal
$1,000
basic
bucks.
Yeah.
income.
Right.
thousand.
yeah.
Oh, $12,000 a year.
The freedom dividend is what he calls
Universal
it.
basic income.
What do you do with it?
You do whatever,
Whatever you want.
Whatever
12
you
grand
want.
a year, but you can't do anything with 12 grand a year.
It's
On top of your
Is
salary.
supplements
Is the
your
tax
income.
100%?
It's a safety
It's
net.
meant to replace it's meant to replace all of the existing welfare programs and food stamp programs without bureaucratic
Oversight.
oversight hanging overhead. So that way we can cut the crap and
And everyone gets it?
Everybody
Everyone.
gets a grand
Every
a month.
American.
if you opt in. If you opt in.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, who the
opt
hell's
in.
not going to opt in?
Well,
unless there's
because-
less strings attached.
No, there's no strings
Millionaires like
attached.
Bernie Sanders.
But if you opt in, you forego like food stamps and stuff like that
Ah,
until
gotcha.
it can actually. So if you make more than $1,000 with food stamps and housing and stuff like that,
Probably a lot of people who do.
you don't want to opt in. But
Huh.
people like me, Dakota, Jeremiah, people that
Do
don't.
Sarah
But if
and I
they
each
do
get
away-
$1,000?
Yeah.
Or since
Yeah,
we're
or is it
married,
by
we have to
household?
share the
$1,000 a
$1,000.
person.
$1,000 a person.
So does that include dependents? So like if we
Yeah,
had
it's
12 children,
18
then we
years
wouldn't
old.
have to work?
18 years old.
Oh, man.
You have to be 18.
Where's-
No. Sorry, 21. Have to be 21 in order to get it.
So you can be
So you
sent
have to be going
overseas,
through college.
but
So
you
get
won't
the
get
money.
your universal basic income.
So the Yang is a
That
tech
is-
executive. He's not been elected.
What
to anything.
tech is he working in?
He's worked a lot in in different tech industries. I don't know why they call him a tech executive. The only companies that he's ran have been really high level charity organizations, actually, and that's where he's made
Does
his.
he do a lot of like social media stuff or something? Maybe.
Yeah, he's on social. He's been making the rounds on different podcasts and things, and he's also.
And this is where Dakota announces that he will be joining us next week on the program.
I would get. Listen, Cade Coger, fake farmer Cade, got a tweet back from Andrew Yang.
He did, and he invited him to the farm,
saying that if he's ever in Indiana, he will keep in mind his invitation to shoot guns with him.
So the problem that a lot of people have with Yang is that he is very much anti-Second Amendment.
Okay, listen.
Correct?
Yeah. Oh, he's got more than that wrong with his policy proposals. But listening to him talk and give like full-length conversational interviews, you can tell that the things that he's talking about, like universal health care, like Medicare for all, and free or tuition-free community college, he's not totally sold on the ideas.
So here's the thing. If
he's saying them because the Democrat Party platform right now for the presidential candidates are Orange Man bad, free health, free college.
If we get to this point in 2020, a year from now, right now, and they're having the 2008 Democratic primary again that they had in Indiana, these names will be sitting in this studio because they're going to be desperate for any attention they can have and any time they have with you. So I know it seems silly and ridiculous to be talking about it and feel like it's way the hell out there, but it's a legitimate, plausible thing that this could be happening. So
is Buttigieg, is he going to be here?
So Mayor Pete has done. If Mayor Pete's still in the race at that point, I fully expect that we will send an invitation to Mayor Pete at some point.
Wow.
He has done the Pete the Planner podcast. We talked about that a while back. Peter Planner, Pete the Planner. He's a financial dude from Indianapolis.
Another one that you listen to as you're trying to go to sleep.
Okay.
No, he's actually a former stand-up comic who does this stuff. We've been in discussions with him as well, potentially about having him on at some point. Chris Spangle was his producer on the weekend radio back in the day. We have an in. There's a possibility.
Get in there.
It's plausible. So maybe Pete as well, or Andrew Yang. We never know. But we're kicking it around. We're having the conversations, and we're going to stay up to speed. We're going to update ourselves as it comes along. We've got a list. This list, by the way, we got to thank the Chicago Tribune. They released this list a couple days ago. Sherrod Brown, not running, the former Ohio senator who just retired. Former Secretary of State, former Senator, former First Lady Hillary Clinton, not running. Eric Holder, who spoke at Anderson University a little while back. There was speculation he might run. He ain't running. Michael Bloomberg, Creighton Harrington's boss, We're Libertarian fame. Michael
Clayton?
Bloomberg is Clayton, not running. Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon, not running. Senator Ouija of West Virginia, state senator. He's already dropped out. He's gone. And perhaps the guy that makes the coffee for Sara down at the Starbucks, thinking about running as an independent.
Oh.
And then, of course, we will say that there are libertarians running. There's a number that have declared. And Hody and the boys on We're Libertarians have been doing a fantastic series profiling those folks, and you can check it out.
You know who you forgot to mention?
Still lots of time.
Who?
Trump.
No.
Biden?
Uncle Joe.
Oh, Hansy. He's
a maybe.
His campaign is already dead.
No. Hey.
He actually is leading the polls.
To quote Ben Shapiro, the first day of his campaign will be the best day, and every day after that, gonna be the worst.
Yep, that's true.
I don't think people want an old candidate, though. I think all the old people are done.
We've already got the oldest president in the history of the world right now. Like we've literally elected the oldest guy president. If you look at the 2020 Real Clear Politics presidential nomination polls, as of right now, the average of the polls that have been released between March 14th and April 7th,
plus.
Joe Biden, 31. Bernie Sanders, 21. Beto O'Rourke, 9.1. Harris of California, 9.0. Senator Warren, 5.9. Cory Booker, 3.9. Mayor Pete, 2.9. Amy Klobuchar, 1.9. Kirsten Gillibrand, 1.1. And then past that, you're at 1 or below. So right now, Biden leads by 10 over Sanders. Both of those guys are pretty old, right?
Very old.
This time 4 years ago today, I had a Jeb Bush meme, right? So it was Jeb Bush. He was the guy out front 4 years ago for the Republicans. Low energy Jeb. It didn't work out.
Please clap.
Jeb!
Exclamation mark.
And agree with policies or not, the Bush family is just so damn fun. We do. Sarah and I just have so much fun with the Bushes.
Yes, we do.
Just keep that at
Oh,
home.
all right. Godspeed.
Wow, this is Mayor Pete's at 3%. That's
So here's the thing,
higher
though.
than I
Mayor
thought.
Pete has taken a strategy of picking on the vice president.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's because they expect them to have a relationship because they're both Indiana politicians or they've done some polling. But Mayor Pete has there was a hit piece actually from the Studebaker family. A car. Studebaker used to be a car that was manufactured. It was a horseless carriage. It was a carriage, and then it was a horseless carriage, and that was a car. And they were headquartered in South Bend, Indiana. So the third or fourth generation down the line is saying, hey, you guys are giving him all this love, but he's really not that great. There's an awful lot to like about Mayor Pete, though. Been watching. He's got my attention.
Like a genuinely good dude.
Seems like a genuinely pretty good guy. Policy-wise, do I agree with everything? Hell no.
He doesn't have any policy.
No, he's got
positions.
some.
Like nothing that's different. He's an NPC.
He's a standard
He's the
Democrat
same.
right now.
He's the exact same as every single one of them.
But
He does
he's
have two
personally
cute
the
dogs.
he's the anti-Trump.
Yep.
And
He's likable.
Younger, smarter. He speaks multiple languages.
The thing about
He's married to a lovely man.
Married
You
to a
can't-
lovely man. I mean,
his
there's a
name
lot
is
of things.
Chasten Buttigieg, and his Twitter's hilarious. It's actually really good. It's a funny
I
Twitter
don't know
account.
anything about policy or follow things. Like I said, my New Year's resolution is not to be informed, but I would vote for him because he was born in 1982. Why
He'd
not?
be the first millennial
Why not?
millennial president. Right?
1982.
It would be.
I'd vote for someone born the same year as me. That's
So
You have a low threshold, don't
That's
you?
it. That's it.
Compared to what we have now.
Everything I've seen.
Hey, look, he's born in the 80s.
Everything
He's got
I've
my
seen,
vote.
I like about him. Does he seem like someone I'd want to be friends with? No, because that'd be exhausting as fuck. But there, I did it. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. I don't like those people that
Is
are
your-
really,
do you have a
really, really like
confession? Is that it's
their
just
their
things
hands
are-
are in
things-
everything. They're smart, and you just feel inadequate around them. But our president should make us feel inadequate.
So he has been
he's-
picking on former governor, former congressman, former radio host. Now, that's the promotion we can all look forward to someday. Vice President Pence, he's been picking on him. He's decided that calling him out is the strategy to get attention and to go up in the polls.
yeah,
Is it working? Is it going to work?
I think it is working. But what's funny about it is that CNN keeps running these articles that say presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg fires back at Vice President Mike Pence, and Mike Pence has said nothing about
been a
this guy.
submarine.
The Pences are good at that. The first lady or the second lady, I guess. Did she reply this week? She said something, and then it became a story.
I didn't read it. I saw a headline, and it's identity politics annoys me, and I don't pay attention to it.
It's all about who you sleep with. That's the reason people
Yeah.
care about him, right? That's the reason people
Yeah.
cared about. You don't know the lady's name that
I
got
don't care.
elected
I don't
mayor of
care if we
Chicago,
had a
but you
gay-
know she's gay and black.
Yeah. I wouldn't care if we had
and
a
it's
gay
a she.
president. Like it wouldn't bother me. 71% of Americans polled in a Gallup poll said that they would potentially vote for a gay presidential candidate. Like we're past that point. We got 29% of the country is still that way, which seems awfully high because I
There's
can't
more
think,
Republicans than that. So
I can't think of 3 out of 10 people that I know that hate gay people.
have you
Did you say
Maybe
3
I
out of
just
10?
don't hang out with the
have
the
you checked
people.
the senior citizens home?
No, I haven't.
I think he uses that argument though to both
But it
point
gets
out it's not just like exploiting
I
the
could-
fact he's in a same-sex relationship. He's also using that to point out that his Christianity is a different version than that of Mike
Yes.
Pence's.
Yeah, and
which is this whatever you want to call it, the
They're liberal
left-
Christians.
liberal Christian whatever is gaining some footing. And,
He's playing a
or
good
is what
game.
people want,
and he's doing a good job.
He gave a speech and basically said, "Your problem isn't with me; it's with your creator."
Yeah.
Right. So he said, if I could cut out, at one point in his life, if I could cut out the part of me that made me gay, I would, but I can't. And by the way, I've got a wonderful husband
I would
now.
have.
I would
You
have.
wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
he would
now.
Yeah, but at that time he would have if he could have separated himself from it, but he couldn't because it was who he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a tough emotional thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How are you
sure.
going to argue against that, right? And the election shouldn't be about that, right? It should
No.
be about who's
and,
taxing
and
me.
people need to
who's
stop
leaving me the hell
professing their
alone.
love for Jesus. Like, just shut up about it. Every president, the left, the right, just stop it. I want a president that does no religion.
No religion and no bacon. That's the Brim
President,
story.
Doctors. That's the other thing. Doctors who are. I want the politicians. I want the doctors to think this is it. This is it. After that, it's darkness. Not that. Well, you know.
Why? Why do you want them to think that?
Because they'll do the
You
best for the moment.
nihilistic,
They'll do the
hedonistic-
best in the moment.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's
you
the
want
wrong-
a doctor to think you're
Because
going to
they
a
go,
better place.
They go, it doesn't.
I want a doctor to think this is
the
the
fourth
place.
floor emergency ward.
And the same with politicians. Just stop with the Jesus stuff. Stop it and scrap the pledge too.
I pledge allegiance
Stop it
to the
Scrap
flag.
it.
You hate the pledge?
Should we
schools,
say
stop it in schools?
Should we say should we have a silent
care.
moment of prayer or pray before public meetings?
No.
City council, they pray before public meetings and they have a silent prayer moment in the for a county commissioner meeting.
That's stupid. Do it in the car before you go in.
Well, I think that okay, Mark, there's a couple things you need to recognize.
Okay, let's hear it.
And you need to understand
Yeah.
the
Oh wait, you
and-
said
and
I shouldn't be the provocateur. I'm moderate, aren't I? I forgot.
you need to appreciate the foundation that Judeo-Christian values have instilled on our society.
I don't.
That's the issue.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's your issue.
No.
You need to appreciate that
Let me
fact.
tell you though, I go two different ways.
No
on this.
respect with you millennials.
I go two different ways. That's right. I am a millennial. I go two different ways because
Yeah, he actually makes me not the world's oldest millennial. Damn it, Mark!
because
You screw everything up.
I also like. I don't think they should do that. I scrap the pledge. These presidential candidates should need to stop talking about their religion or try to impress people with the fact that they're religious because that shouldn't factor in. But I also don't like atheists. They're obnoxious. Atheists are very obnoxious.
They have to
So
tell you
I
about
think
it. don't
that
they?
They have to.
after hearing that, I think
Yeah.
that we agree on the premise. Your
It's not that I don't like them. I find
Yeah.
them obnoxious.
your religion and your personal beliefs on your religion shouldn't be the basis of why we vote for you.
Right.
It
shouldn't even be brought up.
It should be the policy.
And frankly, there should be a candidate should say, "No, it's all bullshit." And,
I mean, there's too many-
Everyone should be okay with it.
Just look at Pat Roberts on the HBN or whatever it is.
Robertson.
Yeah, Pat Robertson, who is on there.
There was a
talking-
meme yesterday. Are we going to talk about this meme yesterday?
I didn't see the meme, but he's talked about Trump
He's
before.
still alive.
Yeah, he's on there. He's on there talking about how Trump is, how everything that dealt with Stormy Daniels was before he accepted Jesus into his heart.
Oh yeah.
But there's literally an interview of Trump that from like 6 years ago where he says that he is asked straight up if he is a Christian and has been saved, and he says no, and I never will be. He literally answers that.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump is an atheist, and if you are an evangelical Christian who voted for him based on the fact that you think that he's some God-fearing man, he is not.
You're an asshat. Is that
Hold
what
on.
you're saying?
Hold on. How do we,
I wouldn't say
You would
that.
say someone's an asshat. If
I
they
wouldn't
voted
say
for
that.
Trump?
No.
But here's the thing.
But
But
I
they've
do
been
think that you
fooled
didn't pay attention.
completely.
But now the
Yeah,
Fooled.
you were fooled.
Right.
You've been duped.
But then this is the far left who doesn't. If you take the typical, if I'm going to stereotype someone that's far left and atheist, or at least believes in freedom from religion, freedom of religion, that and the other, they criticize Trump for not being a godly man. Why would they care? Like at what's his name, George Bush's funeral, you could tell he didn't know what he was doing. He was in a church and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And they said, "Look at that! He doesn't even know that." Why do you care? Isn't that the one thing you would like?
They want to be pointing out the hypocrites.
Shouldn't they say?
Because they want their team to win. It's all about us versus them.
It's hypocritical, but at least the left should go that far as to say, well, at least Trump's not religious. But I'm kind of already found the counter argument, which is he does claim to be.
So you like the what he claims to be. You don't have to be, but you don't want the.
He's not. And
He's not religious, nor
That
should
is-
he
that's
have
the-
to be religious.
that's the entire reason that he chose Pence as his running mate.
Yeah.
Was because
he needed the religious side.
yeah, because
Yes.
most religious people the ones that I know are intelligent people, and a lot of them could see through the BS. But so many.
That's why he got 20% of the vote.
They're intelligent
until it
up
was
until the point
baked.
where they believe in the Skymaster.
So many people that go to fundamentalist churches, very conservative churches, typically are one-issue voters, and that one issue is abortion.
Yep.
And it's if this candidate in any way supports abortion, like Donald Trump did until he decided to run for president, then I'm not going to vote for them. And that's about it. That's about
people get
the
real
policy.
passionate about those abortions.
Well, it's a
I
pretty
always see
passionate
abortion
issue.
memes on Facebook and stuff, and people just
Where
really,
are you hanging out at? You're seeing abortion memes.
Well, I don't know if you call them memes, but people who post different
Infographics. We'll call them that, yes.
Neil,
A meme is more like a funny thing, right?
Yes.
It's not
I
really
would say.
funny.
Well,
Anyways,
a meme classically.
People
well,
really get serious about abortions. I don't.
Neil Gorsuch is the
Yeah?
reason that Trump won. That
yeah?
group, they were worried about the Supreme Court, and Trump equaled Neil Gorsuch, which equaled protection
that
of what they
wasn't-
want.
that wasn't the
because
conservative
Scalia's
right.
seat. That was the
the
base.
religious right. That wasn't the more religious people were abortion.
Right, and which was Gorsuch. They were worried about Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, but
they were
it's-
worried about the court, and that's why they wanted Gorsuch, because there was an open seat.
Roe v. Wade is never going to be overturned.
That's a
It should
fundraising
be.
issue.
It's bad law. Like it's no matter what your stance is on abortion, Roe v. Wade flies in the face of the 10th Amendment.
It shouldn't be in the courts. It cut.
Yeah, it's just bad law.
It cut
All
through.
right.
It cut through the legislative process. We are done with the national news.
It took a week off, and this is what happens.
Yeah.
We broke
Kept
some
it all
local news,
bottled
and
up.
this was Cade's job, but Cade is still out in the field playing Kenny Chesney. So
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Oh.
Is that Kenny Chesney?
yeah,
it is.
early Kenny Chesney, middle Kenny Chesney. It's not even
Middle
early.
Kenny. Does he listen to country?
Kenny
Do people with
Chesney
neck
drive a
tattoos
tractor?
listen to country?
I think they listen to
Probably.
Corn and Corn
Yeah.
Country.
Yeah.
In Corn Country.
So our local Walmart, is getting a redo. It's getting an upgrade.
Do you have a standard Walmart?
We have a super Walmart.
Oh, you do have a super Walmart.
We have a super. The old Walmart is the First Baptist Church. Really? So, yeah. Did you not know this?
I never come
A
here
lot
except
of
for this
people call it the
podcast.
Walmart church.
I
And
had no
their
clue.
front parking lot of that church is now for sale.
So would you rather have a Chick-fil-A or
Or a mosque. A
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A.
sushi, or a mosque.
Sushi.
Which one?
Sushi.
apparently mosques bring people who like sushi?
Oh, yeah.
We had a local county council member that said that. Wrong Asians, Kennan.
Oh, dropping the K-bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we did share the Walmart put out a press release, and I thought, you know what, we have to share this. Walmart put a press release out, and of course we are the press. They are going to be upgrading 19 stores across the state of Indiana, $96 million in investment, and Newcastle is on the list. Tyler Joseph King, an employee of the local Walmart, said that the whole store is going to be redone. They're going to have the Pickup Today tower, new lighting, and a new parking lot. So
What is this tower? Is it like a
It's
prison
a
guard
big
tower?
orange.
Yeah, we saw one
column.
when we were in Fort Wayne.
Yes, it's this giant orange column, and there's little doors on it. I guess. I
Is
think
it a
that's what
giant,
So you just
like
get
a
what you
giant
want out of
vending
it?
machine?
So basically, but what happens is you put your order in, somebody drops it into the pickup tower, you come in, and I think somehow
you have a PIN number or something?
I think you have like a number or something, and then you unlock it,
have an app?
and your order's inside.
It's probably like Little Caesars. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Little Caesars has this nice little thing. Yeah, you could like order, don't have to deal with anybody. Then you just walk in.
It's like the mobile order at Starbucks.
You punch your numbers, and then you just walk out.
Starbucks,
Never
and they
say
just
hello.
put your name on the cup.
That's
and
nice.
you just go pick it up.
Now that one makes sense, I guess. But I don't. Why are people trying to make this easier? Like
They
there's
don't wanna
the
interact
McDonald's
with people.
app or the whatever. You know what's easy? Just to go and buy some shit. Like, what is
Nobody
so
wants to
that's true,
talk
but-
to anyone. They're
but
like,
what about-
I don't want to
understand
deal
this?
with these
What about
people.
people
Pickup
that have,
towers
like-
are a 16-foot tall vending machine that can fill a customer's online order in less than a minute once they arrive at the store.
What?
You scan your barcode and you go.
Just go into the store and buy stuff.
But what if you have like crippling social anxiety?
Or you have 17 children in your van and you're just trying to pick up something real quick.
Or you have an older person that you can't get out of your car.
These are valid questions that I don't
Well,
have
then
an
they
answer
need to do the click list where they bring it out to the car, because otherwise the pickup tower, you still have to go inside.
Yeah.
They're also going to use an autonomous floor scrubber to clean concrete floors.
Isn't his
So
name
you're
I've
gonna
heard
have-
about this.
You're going to have a floor
Or
drone
Marty?
running around
Floor
cleaning
drone.
the floors. You could have a 2-year-old run over by a machine.
That's the-
Nobody would know.
Oh, I saw a meme about that. It said that Walmart is introducing robot floor cleaners, which can clean up spills, including the blood that it spills whenever it becomes sentient.
That sounds like an infographic.
So
It was, yes, precisely.
There
So-
were no
That's-
statistics on that.
now, Cade was supposed to be here to do this segment because he was supposed to say you're supposed to buy all of your produce and all of your beef
From
at L&K
L&K
Farms on State Road 3 North in Newcastle, Indiana.
Oh yeah,
But he's not here, so we can't do that ad for him.
We can't do that. No,
So
don't.
that sucks. And then you have grocery pickup too. So I will say that we shared this little deal as breaking news. The whole thing. We stole it from a TV station, put it in Citizen Center County, and it had over 1,000 people comment and like it and share it.
Nice.
Like 4,000 people engaged in a day
Going viral.
over the story. Yeah, local viral. That's what we do.
Speaking of local viral, I'm going to break us into final thoughts here.
All right.
This show's gone on long enough.
You need to tell us about who who you've got booked, Dakota, as you start our final thoughts. Who's coming up?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to
You
check.
got
my calendar.
2 economists coming on the show.
Yes. Well, those are just the people I booked. I'm going to tell you who we got up until freaking May 2nd here. So we have Josh Gideon, who's coming on, who's a security expert. He's a security expert in everything,
Physical and
Yes.
digital.
and he also does like firearms training for churches, and he's going to come on and talk about that.
And we have an empty promise from Cade that he's going to come back next week.
That's true. And then on the 23rd, which is a Tuesday,
A Tuesday,
which
you
is
say. because Sarah and I are jetting off again.
Yes.
Hey, Guffey, we need you to watch the house.
Yeah, no problem.
so the Tuesday after Easter's is when
Easter's?
Easter's.
He's a Hoosier. He's
That's
a true
a,
Hoosier, everybody.
that's a callback to Nacho Libre.
Make sure you go to the
know?
Kroger's and get your hams for the Easters.
Do you not know I have had diarrhea since Easter's? Yeah, Nacho Libre.
That's such a good movie.
You're so offensive.
I haven't seen it forever.
But anyway,
Rest in peace, Jack Black.
he's not dead.
He hasn't done anything in a while.
Yes, he is. He's touring.
He was on the hot
And
one.
he's-
Tenacious D.
He's got a new adult.
Every
he's got
one
new-
of you kill a joke. You just take a joke, you beat it over the head, and, and then you roll it
whenever
over and
that
hit it
joke
again.
is factually incorrect, it's our duty as the media.
Yeah, no fake news allowed.
Yeah.
No fake news.
Real news is that on the 23rd of April, Steve Horwitz, a fan favorite,
Third time Steve will be on the program.
the highest video views on YouTube that we've ever had,
Really?
1.3 thousand.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, Steve Horwitz. He's coming on. It's just because he trash talked Jordan Peterson and that made a real clickbait headline. But anyway, we got a lot of nasty comments. But anyway, Steve is coming back on the 23rd. Looking forward to him. And then you're going to have to help me with the last name. Thursday, May the 2nd, Eric
Schonsberg.
Eric Schonsberg. I was going to say Shansberg.
Former Libertarian candidate for Congress, the economist, the author. He's an econ dude at IU Southeast. Very excited he's going to be on. You got to meet him at the Libertarian Convention up in Fort Wayne a couple weeks ago, and Eric helped us with some debate prep when Rex Bell ran for governor in 2016. Eric has released a paper that's very interesting, talking about what Andrew Yang did, talking about the universal basic income from a libertarian side, because it's an old, I think, Rothbardian idea.
Eric is a proponent of the freedom dividend, so we're going to be talking to him about that.
In
I'm
depth.
really interested to hear all of his thoughts on it, because you hear what Andrew Yang has to say, and it all sounds good. I've read some of Rothbard's writings on it, and Rothbard is significantly different than the proposals from Yang, but I think that if Yang proposed it, then Rothbard's proposal would be the compromise reached with conservatives. All right, so that's the hope. So it's different, and I'm excited to talk to Eric about it. A real life economist that's a proponent. Maybe we're gonna have to talk to Steve Horwitz a little bit about it too.
So you just take phone calls.
Just to ask
you
him.
need
the
live
week
calls.
before.
Live calls.
Yeah, we should.
So we have some fun ones coming up. Make sure you share with your friends. Tell everybody about it. I know the mini marathon is coming. We've got a week until the next show.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. 1 week.
On Good Friday Eve.
Maybe.
Good Friday.
Next week
Eve.
is Good Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday?
Yeah, Jared doesn't have to work on Good Friday.
Me either.
It's a noted holiday.
I'll have to give him a to-do
We're gonna have
list.
a Good Friday late night.
Wow.
We'll stay up till 12:30. Just taking your calls.
Crazy. Taking the calls. Just
It's
keep
going to
it
be
going.
an ASMR podcast.
Totally
Mark
should.
Brim going.
Totally.
Guffey will not be here.
Sarah Elizabeth, what you got anything? Thank you for pinch hitting tonight, dear bride.
Thanks for the ice cream cone.
And the
No,
supper.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All the things.
So you have started. You've started cooking for us before the
Yeah.
show. It's
Yeah.
anytime you come by, it's Crock Pot Thursday.
It's Crockpot Thursday. So this week we had beef fajitas. Crockpot Thursday.
That's what that was?
Yeah. So
What a
unfortunately, that's the last Crockpot Thursday, guys. Sorry. It's all done.
No, don't let Jeremiah take it from us.
Well, I figured I'm already making food for me. Might
This
as well
is the
make food for
home
you.
only home cooked meal I get.
All week. All week.
It doesn't come out of the microwave. He's so damn happy.
It doesn't come out of the fast food restaurants.
But I would definitely recommend if you're doing the Crockpot fajitas, make sure that you either throw your vegetables in a little bit later or
They're very moist.
yeah, it's very tender. Or just do, like a 3 to 4 hour instead of the 6, 7, 8 hours, however long it was in the crock pot.
All right. Very cool.
I don't have any final thoughts other than I guess I need to do some research, even though I'm not going to vote for any of these people, but I'd like to know about them, the Democratic
It's too much
candidates.
work. Just
remain uninformed.
Just be uninformed. My big concern was dreamsicle tip cones.
And guess what?
And it went a long
They
way.
came in.
It was a beautiful thing.
Guffey, you and I are going on a mandate tomorrow night.
That is correct.
We're signing autographs at the Indian Field.
No,
The Victory Field.
Get it right.
The home-
Victory Field.
And I tell you what,
Signing autographs.
that is a beautiful, beautiful stadium. If you have never been to Victory Field, you should go.
I haven't been since last season. I don't, there hasn't been a game since last season. Nobody's missed anything. So
What's changed? What's new?
It's not like you've been missing out. I went last year.
It's beautiful. I'm just saying, if you've never been,
You need
He's
to
so
go.
dense. He's so dense, Dakota.
I know
He's been bitching all day about how
You know why he's so dense? Because
I'm
he's been
focused.
hanging out with Jeremiah too much.
I'm focused.
it's opening day, right?
Yes, it is.
You missed opening day.
Yeah, you
That was
wankers.
tonight.
This is your chance to complain to me. I
You-
gave you the opening.
Well,
and
I'm
you
taking it
don't
now.
Do it.
Shh. You wankers made me
He's
miss
the
opening
Australian.
day. You made me miss this.
It's British slang.
I'm so disappointed because it's beautiful weather outside.
It
dark
is
now.
wonderful.
Well, it's warm. It's
Although-
beautiful. And tomorrow, Jer, we may have to cuddle because it's supposed to get cold.
I like to cuddle.
No, you don't. The Dreamsicle ice cream cones got a little melty on the way here.
There was a moment of truth.
It was good. The shell contained it, though.
It did.
I do like to cuddle for a minute, and then my dream is twin king beds,
Side by side king
side by
beds.
side king beds,
But
where you
yeah.
can just roll and roll and roll
That
and
is
roll.
my. I
It'd be a
just
win.
want the just the twin beds with the nightstand in the middle, like
They had, that was
Dick
what
Van
was,
Dyke show or something.
That was
That's
what
I
was
want.
in our. Oh wait, you're talking about like
50s.
I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought you were talking about the twin beds with the little thing that goes, the divider that goes down the center to make it a king size bed.
No. I'm just talking about two twin beds and like a nightstand in the middle, and
That-
I think that's perfect.
That was the only thing that was bad about our cruise was because it was the two twin beds
They're always
put
like
together.
that. They're always like that.
I wound
fall
up.
down in the
I
crack?
wound up
I
in that
was
crack
in that crack
every
a
night.
lot.
I'll tell you what. I don't end up in that crack because Sarah's the bed hog in the group, and she's always the one
Only
in the
because
middle.
you tried to run away from me.
All right.
I think this is a good time for you
Yes.
to work this out. You need to-
it is.
yeah.
Have we let Mark promote himself?
We're getting there.
Promote myself.
I've got one more final thought.
Oh
over
my
here.
god, we're still on this.
It's from Cade. Cade
He's
Sydney.
not even here.
I know, but he wants me to remind
No,
people.
No, he's not here. He has no voice.
Okay.
This is an
He has
important.
no
It's a pretty
microphone.
good public service
It's a PSA.
announcement.
It is,
good
it is.
What's the
yeah.
PSA then?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is springtime, so drive safe around our machinery. Run/drive away from white clouds of vapor. And report, he put ant, but I'm assuming he means any, suspicious activity around white anhydrous tanks, because meth is a hell of a drug.
Okay, that was a
Thank
good
you.
PSA.
Thank you for the PSA.
You know,
I'm
likewise,
sorry,
farmers, if you get the big line behind you, come on, pull off to the side.
Hey,
I agree.
Let us by.
Stay off the roads.
We have things to
Those
do.
things are made to
We
drive
have
in the dirt.
Backbone of America, my ass. We have things to do. Okay?
Hey,
so pull
all-
that farm all off to the side. Let me by.
Exactly.
Point
and all
one,
I'm
they're
saying
not
is if
driving
I ever
farm
run
malls.
into Cade, me and him,
Get your
we're
Oliver.
setting. We're setting.
Look, park the Alice Chalmers.
Yeah,
and
park your AC.
let the real
Yeah.
farmers drive
Yeah.
by.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Mark Brim. What is this, like your fifth time on
This
the
is
show?
second at this location.
Second time in the
First time
studio.
was your kitchen table.
Yes.
Second time was your bedroom or whatever that was. And that was
an
cozy.
intimate setting.
Yeah,
That
except
was
I
cuddly.
flashed your neighbors because you had that big picture window next to your toilet. That was weird. Yeah.
You use the downstairs bathroom. Never poop in the downstairs.
Only upper
Yeah.
deckers at the Davis house.
maybe the new people that moved in there.
Maybe they frosted the
The whole
windows.
house, the whole new house is downstairs. So
There is
Wow.
no upstairs.
So we were driving into Newcastle. Before I have a final thought, I have a final question. Then I might have a final thought. Driving into Newcastle, your downtown looks vibrant, looks nice, looks pretty. Is that true, or is it just
It
this
is
first
getting
impression?
better
getting
every
better.
day.
It's nice. What can Richmond do? Have you been down to Richmond's downtown? There's like
Well,
one thing I think.
The
There's like
last
a thing
time
that
I went to
What?
Richmond was the Best Buy.
We went to the
yeah.
we went to the Firehouse Subs, and 4 years ago we were promised a Firehouse Subs.
Firehouse.
No,
Subs.
it's
No,
the
Firehouse
Firehouse
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Firehouse Barbecue.
yeah.
That they were fantastic. I left my retainer on the tray. The guy went and dug in the trash and got it.
Nice.
But we
Yeah, that's
we're supposed to
the-
have one here, but it's not here.
It's the Depot District or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's thriving.
The
But
Depot
Richmond's
District's
downtown.
awesome. Despite the constant smell of dog food, the
Yeah,
Depot
yeah.
District's
Oh, yeah.
great.
Always
It is
all good.
great.
But the downtown here, beautiful. Courthouse Square, proper Courthouse Square, and then stunning.
Newcastle has a lot
Stunning.
going for it.
Yeah.
There's downtown's been controversial. A lot of the
really?
buildings are government owned.
Oh, I didn't
So
realize that.
or government backed or things that are happening. So there are some buildings that came down that are going to be. There's a plaza that's being put in, 1400 Plaza, that's got a lot of public dollars in it. There is a semi-private arts park or private arts park that is adjacent to that, and then the library. So some pretty big public projects that
City
are down
just
here.
bought up the old Castle Theater too.
The Castle Theater, which was our local theater, is potentially going to be some sort of a venue. That's the current debate that's happening now.
That's what the mayor wants.
Yeah, the city council, that's not final. It's kind of being discussed and talked about, but there's not a deal fully in place yet. Or
Aaron
figure out
Dick, and
who's
you're in
gonna
here.
hold it.
Drop your opinion now.
But yeah, downtown's got a lot going for it. They just Milestone just repaved State Road 3. We've got new railings. I think it's the first place in the state of Indiana with the new ADA steps and railings, and it was a bit of heartache for the community as they were putting all that in. But
They're huge steps.
It's an interesting ADA compliance, but it's there. It's better than Hagerstown, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, Hagerstown is their post office is making.
Ed Bell, our friend Ed
Yeah.
Bell, made the local news.
Yeah,
He's been fighting that one since the early '90s.
it's a beautiful post office.
Yeah, you just
Beautiful.
Just
But
can't
yeah,
get in it.
Can't,
They should. Yeah,
It needs to be like a renegade ramp crew.
It's a federal
One
building.
Sunday.
They don't fall under ADA.
That's the
guidelines.
deal. What's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. You have to do it,
Just
but,
like old hypocrite Holcomb.
but the government doesn't.
wow.
So yeah, that's the story on downtown.
Well, it looks nice. I
We
like
do
it.
we really
I
do
like
have
it.
a nice downtown, and it's getting better.
Thank you. I
The
put a lot of work
businesses-
into
Would you like bike lanes? Richmond, the bike lanes are the big thing.
We
in
have
Richmond.
bike lanes.
You have
We
bike
have-
lanes? here?
yes.
Oh, you do have bike. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's
the
right.
bike lanes are the street, but they have
Yeah.
little
The little lane.
bicyclists with hats on.
Wow, you are more evolved than Richmond at this point until Richmond completes their
We also got new sidewalks.
new sidewalk.
You're
This
green.
is a place to.
You're pretty
They're,
green.
They're asphalt.
I'm green.
Yeah, you drive a green
They're
truck.
asphalt
drive a-
sidewalks,
Side note.
Yeah.
but they're still better than what was, which was either
basically a
walking in the
walking trail.
road or walking on people's grass.
You like to bicycle?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Time
You bike to
time.
work or you drive to
I
work?
bike or walk.
Tank of gas gets you about 3 years, I guess. First come to
I fill up
Newcastle.
every 2 months, I think, or more. I rarely drive. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
All right. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Yeah, I was just trying to drag this on like my ice cream cone review. I just wanted to keep going and going. My final thought is that I don't know. Do you have any questions for me?
How is the Dreamsicle ice cream cone?
Dreamsicle ice cream cone is great. Dreamsicle ice cream cone is everything I could possibly want and more.
Do you have anything you want to promote?
Do I have anything I want to promote?
How do people follow you on the YouTube?
On YouTube, you go to my. I need YouTube. I need to make some YouTube videos. I don't really have any.
You have incredibly informative YouTube videos. You have funny YouTube videos.
I only have a few.
If you want to know how to change a weather stripping on a Chevrolet,
I took
check
that
with
one
Mark.
down.
That's gone?
Yeah, that one's gone.
Why is it gone?
I didn't like it because it didn't work in the end. It was. I was wrong.
You should have
It was
left
fake
it.
news.
Wrong. This is not how
You
you
should
do
have left
it.
it up there and then had a little edit at the end and said,
At the very
This
end.
didn't work.
after they bought their pool noodle and they did it all.
Yeah, that didn't work. So
And you've got a carburetor. Your truck has a
carburetor.
carburetor from a 1962 Oldsmobile.
Yeah,
Or something.
Carb rebuild video or carb replacement.
That's
video,
an excellent
whatever,
one.
Yeah, you could go. Yeah, you could just look up Mark Brim on YouTube. But I need to make more videos. I need
Are
to
you also
get
Mark
learning.
Brim Photo on YouTube?
No, is that something?
There is. He has more subscribers.
Oh no!
There's another one. Well, as a thank you for joining us today, you'll notice that we have mic flags that have these beautiful logo stickers on them.
Yes.
So this is a sticker to put on your beer fridge, on your regular fridge, on your toddler, or on the back of your cell phone.
this to you.
But this
nice.
is a Boss Hog of Liberty
Oh,
sticker.
I'll have to
Before
put
you
that
feel
somewhere.
too special,
Yeah.
I'm going to burst your bubble.
Okay.
We only had a few of these made because they're quite expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had Kent Benson on the show, and I wanted Kent Benson to have a sticker. He left it here. So
Oh,
you get
really?
it. You're going to have it.
Snail's
Sloppy seconds. Wow, this is beautiful, beautiful design.
It is
I want
a
you
thing.
to put it on the
I'm gonna
camera.
I think I'll put this on my dashboard.
You need to put it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Put this-
that's
I'm gonna
the
put this
job.
on my steering wheel,
We should have
Is
pop
it-
sockets made.
right in the center. That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to promote or to plug or to
What you actually do radio
occasionally.
Sometimes, once in a while.
Yeah, every now and then.
with the girl that's
April
that's
2nd?
down at the
On April 2nd?
the
Is that when
chiropractor
you-
with me
Is that when you do radios April 2nd?
April 2nd.
every year.
Every year
It's
I go
a
right
tradition,
back.
unlike any
right
other.
back. The girl?
Yeah, she works with you at the radio station. We've had this conversation before, and you don't know her name.
Yeah, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got married.
wait,
I'm married to a waitress. Didn't
Way to
know her name.
embarrass our guest. Huh?
Yeah.
She's missing her two front teeth.
Really?
Yeah, she's just like the Alan Jackson song.
I was like, he's referring to song lyrics. Can anyone else hear it?
Yeah, radio is I feel silly kind of doing it anymore because like the things you do, you say time, you say temperature, or if there's a school delay, no one needs to know these things anymore.
They have the
It's
internet.
right there. It's right there on your phone.
But they're driving.
Yeah, but they don't need to know any of
They
it.
saw it before they were driving.
Yeah, they get a text if school's
They're
out.
caught in Richmond traffic.
They don't need me. They don't need me at all. There's nothing
So what
they-
station is it?
Richmond traffic is anyways.
What is the station? What's the station?
What station do I work for?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
terrestrial station.
What good does it do me to plug them? They're not paying me to.
Worst promoter ever. It's a
I
secret.
love it.
Yeah,
All right.
there's only 2 in Richmond, so
And it's
I
not
think.
it's not the one that you prank every year.
And
So
it's
the
not
other
the one
one.
I pray. It's the other one. It's what is it?
W something.
It's a pop. They do pop top 40 hits. No, G1013.
So you're on G1013
I'm not
and you
really.
just
Once a year,
play
maybe.
something like this.
Okay, let's see here. What we got?
Hold on.
Oh my God!
You know-
Wow.
He had been told.
Oh, here we go. Yep, right there now.
I went to work for her that summer. A teenage.
Oh, we worked so hard to get that to the point where it would go.
Hey, Guffey, play that again. That's how we're going to end the episode. Right
Oh,
there.
I like that.
Wait,
Turn it down
hold
just
on
a
quickly.
little bit.
You need to promote
I actually have a
Sunday. What's going on Sunday? Dakota
Oh,
Davis.
Sunday, real quick. The Libertarian Party of Henry County is having our April meetup. Everybody's going to be there. All the cool kids. We're going to have some light snacks and some refreshments. You can raid our beer fridge in here too. There's a bunch of quaff on that's in here.
What's that?
Quaff. Yeah.
Is that
The busted knuckle.
Busting knuckle. Yeah.
okay?
He had to read it to believe it. He thought it was some.
Something else.
No, you can raid the beer fridge. We'll have some light refreshments. And
Do you need help with snacks?
if you want to bring some, you can.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. whenever I say light snacks, like I hope no one's expecting like the little pinwheels and stuff like that. I ain't putting that much work into it. I'm gonna go buy you some like pretzels and fruit, like
Veggie tray.
No, you're going to buy mixed nuts because we still got some.
And candy canes.
not because we still got some. Okay, yeah. Make sure you come over for that. You can. It's a good chance to meet everybody and a good chance to meet the candidates.
You got some? Play us off.
Oh, we that's it?
That's it. Play us
done.
off.
It's over.
Wait, do it. Ride the post. Ride the post. You can do it.
That's the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast.
Right there.
We'll catch y'all next week. Mark Brim.
Good night.
Thank you for listening to the Boss Hog of Liberty, which is part of the We Are Libertarians Network. I am Chris Spangle, and I am the founder of this network, and I invite you to listen to all of our shows, which you can find at WeAreLibertarians.com or by searching for these in your podcatcher. The flagship show is the We Are Libertarians podcast, where we apply libertarian principles to current events. The Brian Nichols Show is a conversation amongst Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, Independents, as they talk about what is happening in the news. And we have many other podcasts like The Chris Spangle Show, Upward, The Cost, Raw Audio Politics, Miranda's World, and Tad Talk, which is quite a ride. So check all of these out. Go to WeAreLibertarians.com and you can check out all of our great podcasts. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Get our other shows at WeAreLibertarians.com.